about to listen to the incomparable Win Twice Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Scott and Holly. We always go over, brother, and that's the bottom line. Dig it? So, sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained.
WrestleMania 20, billed as Where It All Begins Again, marked a return to the iconic Madison Square Garden, the same venue that hosted the very first WrestleMania almost 2 decades prior. The Ruthless Aggression era was now in full swing, yet the night featured a blend of legendary names, dominant champions, and hungry newcomers looking to etch their names in history. The Undertaker, absent from the ring for several months, would rise again, this time returning to his dead man persona to face his brother Kane. Their feud, steeped in fire, fury and family betrayal, would reignite on the grandest stage of them all. At the top of the card, the World Heavyweight Championship was contested in what many regard as one of the greatest main events in WrestleMania history. Triple H, the reigning champion, defended against Shawn Michaels and Chris Benoit in a triple threat clash of intensity and skill. Benoit's victory, culminating in an emotional embrace with WWE Champion Eddie Guerrero, was celebrated as the crowning moment of his 18-year journey. Yet history would later cast a dark and tragic shadow over his triumph, forever altering how it is remembered. Speaking of Guerrero, the WWE Champion defended his title against Kurt Angle in a match showcasing pure technical mastery. Guerrero's cunning and a famously untied boot secured him the win in a clever and satisfying finish. Elsewhere, Goldberg and Brock Lesnar collided in a powerhouse showdown, but news of both men's impending departures turned the Madison Square Garden crowd against them. In the end, Stone Cold Steve Austin sent the fans home happier with a pair of post-match stunners. The night began with a brash John Cena claiming his first taste of WrestleMania glory, defeating the Big Show for the United States Championship. Evolution's presence was also felt as Randy Orton, Batista and Ric Flair overcame Mick Foley and The Rock in a handicap match, marking the Great One's final WrestleMania outing for many years. Elsewhere on the card, the Women's Championship was on the line as Victoria defended against Molly Holly, who risked her hair in defeat. The Garden witnessed a clean-shaven Molly before the night was done. Tag team titles were defended in multi-team chaos, with Booker T and Rob Van Dam retaining the World Tag Team belts, and Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi doing the same for SmackDown. A night of emotional highs, awkward farewells, and moments both celebrated and later clouded. WrestleMania 20 served as a bridge between eras. One thing was certain, WrestleMania's place as the pinnacle of sports entertainment was as strong as ever. Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 81 of the Win Twice Wrestling Podcast alongside your hosts Scott and Holly.
Hello.
You alright, Holly? How you doing?
I'm good now, yeah.
Now that you finished work?
Now that I finished work and was playing with your puppy.
That's not a euphemism. There we go.
Ooh, it's quite harmonised.
Well, it was actually, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
quite good, yeah. You took the low notes, I took the high notes. It's fine.
Stop it. I hate my voice.
It was more of a dig at mine, to be fair. But, Holly, more
Yes.
importantly, not only is it your final week at work,
Yes, it is.
but to kind of comfort you, to kind of get through a difficult transitional period, we're going back to that well-trodden path. That is the march through the Manias. And it's a big one.
Yeah.
In terms of numbers, it's double X. So
Yes.
wait for the triple X one in 10 years' time. I'm not talking about on the podcast in terms of the march through the Manias. Although at this rate, who knows? We're at WrestleMania 20.
Yes.
Have you ever seen this show before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Really?
I'm sure there's going to be snippets that I will have seen, maybe. So far, I don't think there is.
So you would have been 16
Sure, yeah.
when this was hit, or nearly 16?
I don't know when it came out.
So we were entering your dangerous period, shall we say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think... So let's be honest. I've not watched it all. Yet.
I haven't watched it all, but I've seen it before.
Yeah. And so far, everything I've seen has been a complete surprise.
That's good.
Yeah, good for me.
I mean, in the shows that we've covered recently, I haven't really bigged anything up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the last show I said was decent-ish
Yeah.
was the last WrestleMania. I remember saying WrestleMania 18 was good for the most part, and 17 obviously was good as well, probably the benchmark for WrestleMania standards.
Yes.
I did big this one up to you.
You have, yes.
I said that it's one of those DVDs where, apart from 3 filler matches, I would gladly watch any of the matches on this card for various reasons.
Okay.
Some for enjoyment, some for intrigue, and some just because it's awkward and I quite like it.
Okay.
It's one of those weird situations where it's so awkward that you can kind of bask in it a little bit and kind of let it wash over you. I'll let you decide which one that will be. I'll be honest, it's not going to be in this half of the show, but you may or may not have already seen the match itself. That narrows it down to...
Maybe I have. Maybe, is it there are only 2 people in it?
Yeah, and a special guest referee.
Yeah, I thought, okay, I know exactly which one then we're talking about.
But that's going to be safe for the second half, because we're at the point now where some of these shows, specifically WrestleManias, they're mammoths. They're mammoth events. We're talking like this one was nearly clocked 5 hours. I think like 4 hours 40 all told. And that was not the shortened version, but without all the additional bits and pieces that you get on the DVDs, which I miss partly, to be honest. But I'm happy that I've got pretty much all of it just a fingertip away. But there's no thrill of the hunt anymore.
Okay.
It's just when everything's there, it's less.
Yeah, I suppose I know what you mean.
But like I like to be kind of not kept waiting, but treat them mean, keep them keen. But now I've got everything. I'm just like, don't need to worry about it because I can just watch it whenever. Whereas back then it was like a new DVD came out, HMV. I was like, fuck, where is it? I must get it. I must watch it. Cool. I must consume it. And this is one that got a lot of playtime for me personally. It's one of those bittersweet ones where it had one of my all-time favourite wrestling moments, which you won't have seen yet.
Oh, okay.
And it's been taken away from us.
Oh. Is it someone that we see in a little backstage segment?
Correct.
I see.
Correct. I think everyone who's seen the show knows exactly what we're talking about. Right. But again, we'll cover it. It will be in the second half because, let's be fair, the event that I'm talking about happens pretty much at the tail end of the show.
Oh, okay.
And it's sad because it kind of topped off. It was the cherry on top of the cake.
Okay.
Like, it was a really decent cake. The icing, absolutely fine. Cherry on top was that moment. And now it's so tarnished. So tarnished that it's one of those few ones where I look at it and go, I can't enjoy this like I did.
Oh, okay.
From the contrast of last week where we were talking about the legacy of Hulk Hogan and how I don't want those memories spoiled for me, this one might be one of those exception ones, to be honest, where I have no option but to just kind of accept that I can't enjoy that, to be honest. But again, we'll get there in the second half of the show. So WrestleMania 20 took place on the 14th of March 2004. Venue was Madison Square Garden, of course, in New York City, New York. Attendance, a very rounded 20,000, which I'm going to say
spot on. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, to the person. So I'm going to say that that's maximum capacity, and that's what they've gone for there. Very impressive buy rate. 1,020,000. Very nice.
Wow. Okay.
Anything over 1 million is stunning, to be quite honest. So really, really good. And there's a tagline, and they actually mention it in the opening promo package.
Okay.
After the choir, of course, where it all begins again.
Oh yes, I did hear them say that.
Does it make sense as to why?
Because the first WrestleMania was in the Garden.
It was.
Yay!
Were there any other WrestleManias at the Garden?
Yes, there were.
And you bottled out of this one.
Were.
You've bottled out.
Ooh.
Think about the pattern. So we've had one. So we've had
5.
We've got 20.
10.
God,
Jesus.
Owen Hart, Brett, opening WrestleMania.
Yep.
The ladder match, Shawn Razor.
Yes, there it is.
There you go. Now you can see the venue in your head for it.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
So they did, and be honest, I wanted them to go every 10 years back to Madison Square Garden. I understand why they don't, because obviously they can generate a lot more money being in a fuck-off stadium with like 2 billion people in, or whatever they all claim in the numbers. But I don't know, something felt a little bit lost in the fact that it's not in Madison Square Garden. So I was gutted when 30 wasn't being announced as being in the Garden. But again, I understand why, for business reasons. So let's jump into the show opening. Indeed, where it all begins again. Madison Square Garden, the home of WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 10, also playing host to WrestleMania 20. The show opens not with a video package, but a camera shot from the rafters pointed down to the ring, where a troop of sharply dressed young men are standing. The voice of Howard Finkel informs us that here to sing America the Beautiful are the world-renowned Boys Choir of Harlem. As is customary with this rendition of America the Beautiful, we see a litany of still images representing pure patriotic pride. In between images of the WWE superstars paying a visit to the troops overseas, we focus on members of those in attendance, with flags of Old Glory as well as the choir themselves. Holly, what do you think of this rendition?
Brilliant.
I really liked it.
Really, really good.
Really liked it. One of the better ones in my opinion.
Absolutely, it's up there.
Get Reba McEntire in the bin. Get Gene. I need to say Gene Finkel there. Gene Okerlund, he can get in the bin as well. Who did? Oh, Rockin' Robin had to do it as well. That was awkward. That one, wasn't it? I'm not going to besmirch Willie Nelson.
Thank you.
Who else have we had? Oh, Aretha Franklin, fantastic.
Yeah.
Ray Charles, good. Who else have we had? Oh, we had the Canadian national anthem done by, was it Robert Goulet? I believe.
I don't know.
Just testing my memory
remember.
here. We've also had, although they didn't do America the Beautiful, but wasn't it not Disturbed? Who did it in...
Saliva.
Saliva, thank you. That's a bit of a difference, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, in between Aretha Franklin and the Harlem Boys Choir. Saliva, sure. Maybe there was, who knows. Really good rendition, I thought. Genuinely really liked it. I enjoyed it, but not as much as the crowd did. They fucking loved it. They erupted. I guess Harlem Boys Choir in New York makes sense. Mm-hmm. At the conclusion, we get streamers fire down from a rigging high in the arena, ensuring that the crowd pop twice. Now it's time, Holly, for an opening video package periodically... What? Ooh. Video package? Oh no, I've missed a word here. So okay. This one's my fault. A video package that periodically still pops me to this day, and it pops into my head more specifically. So it doesn't pop me. I don't just go, hey, sit there. Like it'll come into my head, and I'll think about it. And it's specifically Vince McMahon walking into a darkened room under the spotlight, and then him just looking smug at the camera. There's something very poignant about that. Yeah. And yeah, just all the talk of the wrestlers involved in the card, and they've done it a few times, what WrestleMania means to them, etc. Speaking of which, we get a dark room where we see a suited Vincent Kennedy McMahon walk under the spotlight as the voiceover begins. 20 years ago, one man had a vision. It began here, and it would change our world. Bold.
Yeah,
that.
Okay.
If by world they mean wrestling world, sure.
Yes.
We hear the voice of a younger Vince welcoming the fans to WrestleMania in his hoarse, very much unimitable voice. And now we go to images from WrestleMania of years gone by. Hulk, Andre, Warrior, Michaels, Brett, the list goes on. Big moments and even bigger personalities. Now it switches to be a little more reflective of the current iteration of the show. We hear the voice of Eddie Guerrero, who says that sometimes things are so special in your life that words simply don't do them justice. Brock Lesnar saying his memories in Madison Square Garden are what make that venue so special. The Rock says, do you like that? Mm-hmm. His family are going to be there, when are they not? Including his wife, his daughter. Fucking, we can't even escape her on this. Unbelievable. Although she was the most charismatic that I've seen on this show, and that's because we didn't see her. His mother, and of course his father, rest in peace. Aww. John Cena, who he did also see, says that everything he wanted out of life comes down to this day. Your time is up. His time might be now. Because he's not got that yet.
No.
No?
No. He's the... Doctor. Master.
Which one are we going with? Porky Pig?
Master. Oh, Doctor.
Motherfucker.
Doctor.
You were so close.
I can't
You were
do
so
it.
close and still fucked it up. You whiffed at the last.
Can't we just call him the Master of Thugonomics?
You can call him whatever you like, my dear, but I am not cowing down to this nonsense. Okay.
I really want him to be called the Master of Thugonomics.
I think you know it's Doctor. I think you do it to piss me off.
I wish that was the case.
That makes it even worse.
Just that dim.
I wouldn't say dim. I would just say forgetful.
That's valid.
Forgetful is probably the word. Chris Benoit talks about his passion, which is the thing that consumes him. His words, not mine. Kurt Angle says that people will remember this forever. The talking heads continue as the package rolls on, and following the game spitting water, it now picks up in pace. That please you? Bit of spittage?
Yeah.
Shots of New York City interlaced with images of the WWE superstars, and it goes down to "Tonight is where it all begins again." With that statement, the camera returns to a close-up of Vince McMahon, and as it zooms out, we see he's standing beside his son, Shane, before he looks down at his baby grandson. Powerful stuff. And it all starts again, the lineage of the McMahons. We now get the graphical package of the show where the camera is down the street of New York City and keeps going through the streets until finally arriving upon Madison Square Garden. I say down the streets, it's the animated streets, but it looks quite cool to be fair. Where the WrestleMania logo is emblazoned on the side with 2 chrome X's planted beneath it. Back in the arena, fireworks are shot towards the lights rigging at the centre of the arena and erupt, setting off pyro above the ring as well as beside the ring. We even get sparklers shooting off up the aisleway.
It's a big deal.
Big bit of pageantry this, isn't
Big
it?
deal.
After the camera pans the crowd for a moment or two, we hear the voice of good old JR, who welcomes us to the showcase of the Immortals. It's just like getting a good book and snuggling up hearing JR to me.
Yeah.
It just feels right.
No, I agree.
We now head to the commentary position, and Holly, I cannot believe I'm about to say this. This is the first time I've seen Jerry the King Lawler where his attire has not visually offended me. Thoughts?
Yeah, it was fine. It was very tame.
Yes, he didn't have his jacket over, nothing, quite frankly.
Yep.
Looking like a grizzly bear thrown in some sparkly garments. JR screams that he has never been more ready than he is tonight for WrestleMania to get underway. King tells him to relax just a little bit, but as he talks about the history of Madison Square Garden, the cameras are more interested in the Spanish announce desk, where we see Hugo Savinovich and Carlos Cabrera. After the Spanish announce team do their part, they hand over to Michael Cole and Taz. Cole says what an honour it is to be here tonight, and then it must have special meaning for Taz, being that it's his home state. Not for nothing, of course. Whilst he agrees, he says that it's even better to be at WrestleMania. Okay, fuck you people then, I guess. I don't know. Are you pleased to be home? Yeah, but I'm at WrestleMania, so fuck them. Not quite what you said, but that's how I decided to take it. Before he even gets to finish that thought, thankfully, we hear the entrance music to signal the opening contest of the night. Holly, did this set off things right for you?
Yes, it did, yes.
Okay, and why did it set off things right for you?
It's my guy.
It's your guy? Right, now let's get this right.
One of... Doctor.
Yes, fight your instincts, girl.
Because I've even written Master.
So the opening contest of WrestleMania 20 is John Cena, a future perennial main eventer of WrestleMania. Literally, this is one of the only ones where he doesn't main event for a good significant period of time from here on out. And he's taking on The Big Show. Holly rolled her eyes, and I knew that was coming. Why'd you roll your eyes?
Because it just... This sounds a bit harsh, probably. I just know I'm not going to be massively entertained.
Not even with John Cena? Is that not enough to kind of counterbalance?
I feel like he'll pull me in a bit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then Big Show will be there, and I'll be like, ugh.
To push you right back out again.
Exactly.
Okay. And this isn't just any old match. This is a Marks and Spencer's. No, this is a United States title match.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Yes.
Holly, making his WrestleMania debut, the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. How do you feel? Do you feel comfortable?
Good. Happy. Great.
He hasn't been on a WrestleMania up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his first... I think he might have been in a undercard, like, dark show match at WrestleMania the previous year. But obviously this one, he made it onto the main card in a title match, no less.
I'm happy about it.
Whose corner are you in?
Oh, I wonder.
Big Show it is. Fine, I'll take Cena if I have to. This is the period in time where I was fully behind Cena.
Yeah.
Fully behind Cena. And then in about 3 months, I was done. I liked everything up to this point, pretty much.
Okay.
And then it went so quickly.
Oh.
And then I got 17 years of...
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying he was bad.
Yeah.
But just the character did nothing for me.
Oh, okay.
When he kind of took off the edginess of it and just became like a...
Oh, I see
Cody
what you're
Rhodes.
saying. Yeah.
Actually, Cody Rhodes has got more edge than John Cena did, to be fair. But
okay.
It just, it didn't work for me. And to be fair, it wasn't designed for me. It's designed for kids.
Fair.
And this is where we end the podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you gonna do the intro that he does?
You bet your sweet arse I'm going to do the intro he does.
Okay, I'm ready.
As Cena enters the ring wearing a New York Knicks jersey, he retrieves the microphone from Tony Chimmel to address the fans. He says that we're going to kick things off right tonight. He asks if WrestleMania is here to represent, and the fans in unison respond with, damn straight. So very white. So very white. I like it. After everybody makes some noise and chant his name, Cena goes into his rap as follows. You got the franchise player on the Super Bowl stage, so get that gorilla Big Show out of his cage. Ain't no way that I'm going to lose to that King Kong ripoff. That's like Gary Coleman beating Patrick Ewing in a tip-off. Big Show is really an ape with opposable thumbs, and he's stuffed his singlet like he's smuggling plums. Everybody knows that he can't see me. I'm itching to beat him like a penis with an STD. I'm not even wrestling the Big Show. This whole thing's a charade. My match is with a hippo float from the Macy's parade. So it's time to get a championship to... it's time to get a championship to match these custom nucks. Madison Square, chant it loud, baby. Big Show sucks.
It's so bad that it's good.
A couple of lines in there I like.
I like the penis with the STD. I thought that
That's
was very
fine.
clever. Smuggling plums made me smile.
Well, the hippo from the Macy's parade, Gary Coleman, Patrick Ewing in a tip-off, topical. And then Big Show sucks. The crowd loved it.
They did.
The crowd ate it up with a spoon.
Yes.
I don't know at what point it happens, but Cena is already bleeding from the mouth. What?
Is he?
Oh, yes, he is. Yeah,
Is
he's got...
he?
Yeah, I was thinking, no, that was in the match. But no, he literally... I think he bit his lip. I think he was too excited. And as he was talking, the doctor... Fortunately, he's a doctor. So he can suture that wound up. But yeah, he had blood all along the lower part of his lip.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I was like, how have I fucked that up in my notes? But no, he was. Absolutely was. With that being drawn to a conclusion, here comes the defending champion. A very grumpy looking Big Show. Mm-hmm. Why do you reckon he was grumpy? I've got a theory.
Go on.
Get the fuck out of catering. Your match is up next. Christ almighty. He was at a bad point here, to be fair. Because he was not to the extent of... not to the extent of like Vader and Yokozuna getting sent to fat camp. But they literally said to Big Show, you need to lose weight. Because he was just piling it on. So they even sent him down to developmental for a while to try and get him in shape. So I think it was... trying to think what year it was. It might have been next year, 2005. Because I know he was involved in the feud with the McMahons and DX. And I think he was still pretty large. I mean, he's always been large, I get it. But he looked like it was getting to the point of being, this is really bad for your health now at this point. And this is very much still in that phase for him. So I don't think he'd been sent there just yet. In fact, I'm certain he hadn't, to be honest. Big Show holding that title looks fucking ridiculous. He is massive.
Yeah.
It looks like a little trinket.
It
like
does,
a toy
doesn't it?
belt.
It looks tiny.
The bell sounds and our opening contest is underway. The two men stare one another down as the fans begin to chant Cena's name. After looking him up and down, Cena, and I've got a song in my head from another level, Cena signals the Big Show can't see him, and now the champion beckons him forth. Just because he can't see him, so he's got to come to him, obviously. Collar and elbow tie-up sees the challenger shoved off where he hits the buckles hard. Cena fakes charging in, but on the second attempt is grabbed and thrown into the ropes. Big Show looks to swing a right hand, but the impact is avoided and Cena uncorks with a series of right hands until a knee to the gut stops him in his tracks and he is thrown to the outside. From the apron, Cena delivers a shoulder to the midsection but eats a knee on his second attempt. Show looks to run Cena face first into the ring post, but the challenger gets his boot up to block it and guillotines the big man over the top rope. Cena heads to the top rope and takes flight with a crossbody but is caught mid-air, which is unbelievably impressive, however you cut it, and power slammed down to the canvas. Hook of the leg and we get 1, 2, no. Clubbing forearm to the back of the challenger and now the champion chokes him over the middle rope. Let's go Cena. Notice the difference? No, Cena sucks.
Yeah.
Right afterwards.
Yeah.
We're still on the Cena bandwagon here, well and truly. With Cena backed against the buckles, Show lands a massive overhand chop to the chest. The challenger begins firing back with right hands and a kick to the midsection, but he is levelled after hitting the ropes with a clothesline. Big Show sucks. Big Show sucks. Cena grasps at the knee pad of the Big Show as he struggles to make it back to his feet, and the champion just scoops him into the air and slams him down hard to the canvas. Big Show places a boot across the bottom rope, trapping Cena's neck against the canvas, utilising his entire body weight. Actually,
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah.
Fan of that, to give him credit. A sick smile creeps onto the face of the Big Show as he looks down at commentary before returning his attention, delivering a lovely vertical suplex, it has to be said. Hook of the leg, but it's only enough for 2. A monstrous headbutt puts the challenger back down to the canvas, and the match has a very deliberate pace that benefits the champion, aka he cannot go quicker than this. Massive overhand chop in the corner, and now Show is standing on the kidney area of the prone Cena, excuse me. Cena begins firing back with right hands, but runs into a big boot that drops him in an emphatic fashion. Show drives his body weight down into the lower back and appears to be revelling in dishing out the punishment. Whilst tilting Cena backwards, Show drops a leg, driving his challenger into the canvas. Again, fine with that as well. Lazy cover is only enough for a near fall. Back to the Let's Go Cena chants. The champ lifts Cena into the air, but as he looks to slip out the back door, the doctor of Thugonomics locks on a sleeper hold. After a moment of panic, Show runs back first into the buckles to break the hold. Short arm clothesline floors the challenger. Every fight back attempt has been thwarted with ease thus far. Cobra clutch applied by Show, and the fans begin to clap in support of a rapidly fading Cena. Pair of right hands to the gut land, but Show throws his challenger down to the canvas with force. Cobra clutch is reapplied. He fights his way back to his feet and this time manages to punch himself free and has the giant swaying. Show fires back, but the punch is sidestepped, and now the right hand from Cena lands with more rapidity. Corner whips reversed, but the challenger gets the boots up on the charge and drop kicks the champion to the knee as he runs in the second time, causing his big melon to smack off the top turnbuckle. Kick to the midsection, and Cena somehow manages to scoop the champion onto his shoulders as the crowd go wild, and he delivers the FU.
That in itself, again, insane strength.
Very impressive. Hook of the leg, and we get the 1, 2, no. Big Show kicks out. Cena is in disbelief as he looks at the official dumbfounded. The challenger has to mix up the game plan, and he now heads to the corner and picks up his steel chain that he wraps around his fist before amusingly telling the ref that he cannot see him.
It really tickles me.
Yeah, I mean, okay, fine then. After seeing sense, Cena slides the chain across the ring, but this is simply used to distract the official as he now grabs a pair of his knucks, which he uses to crown the champion in the temple. As Big Show crown him in the temple sounds like a religious act, doesn't it? Like anointing a new king or leader. He punched him upside the head, is what I'm saying there, people.
Oops, upside.
Exactly. As Big Show staggers forward off the ropes, Cena scoops him up one more time to deliver a second FU, and we get the 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Your winner of this match by pinfall and new United States champion, John Cena. Holly, give me your thoughts.
It was alright for an opener. Wasn't too long. I was concerned it was going to bore me because of Big Show. I'm going to be honest. That was always a concern when I see him.
Fair concern as well.
And it didn't. If it had gone on any longer, it would have, I think, for me. So
Okay.
I gave it 2.75
That's fucking good.
because I actually was just massively impressed with the strength of, mainly Cena, I'm not going to lie, but also even Show catching Cena mid-flight. Impressive.
Yep, very good. And he didn't budge an inch either, to be fair to him. I gave it 2 stars.
Okay.
And this is probably the most enjoyable opening match you'll ever see out of the Big Show.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because, and it came at a really good time, weirdly for Show, actually. It was a good time for both of them, but the reason why I think it was good for Big Show is because he was put in a match that had some form of legitimate interest, and that is the rise of John Cena.
Right.
John Cena at this point hadn't won a title, as far as I'm aware. I don't think he'd been tag champ or anything like that. So this was the first time they were giving him a title belt in the company, and we'd know what he would go on to become. But I think, as a fan at the time, watching the show, you look at John Cena and go, there's something here. Mm-hmm. There's a superstar waiting to come out here. Mm-hmm. And you can just tell by the crowd reaction.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When given free reign of the character and being able to be edgy and a little bit close to the bone, etc. I'd like to have seen how well he would have done in the Attitude Era, just with the full-on gimmick, just going off in any way he wanted on these raps. Whether it would have been as good, I don't know. But then again, if you think of the quality of wrestling in the Attitude Era, it's a lot kick punch.
Yeah.
That's Cena's forte. Cena can do these elaborate shite bag punches. I hate his punches. They're some of the worst. For someone as successful as he is, people go, you can't wrestle. He can wrestle better than he can throw fake punches. Because his fake punches are so... I don't know how to describe them. They just look... He's never mastered the art of it.
Okay.
I'll tell you who I think the best person is at throwing a wrestling punch or a worked punch. Razor Ramon.
Okay.
Genuinely. Everything about the way he swung and landed the right hand, there was a smack to it. They looked like an emphasis, a force.
Decent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of other good punchers. Another shit puncher, Undertaker.
Oh, well,
I don't want to hear purist striker, my fucking dick. Not a chance. Just honestly, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Like, I'm sure he could throw... let's be fair, he probably throws a much better punch than I do. Right. But if you're looking at wrestling worked punches, no.
Okay.
No, Razor Ramon is the first one that comes to mind, and I'm sure I'm missing loads of others. I'll tell you who's not great as well at punches as well. Better than the other ones I've said, but CM Punk's punches aren't particularly good.
Oh, okay.
It's the ones that come like straight and down rather than they've got an arc to them. But then again, Cena's are shit from all angles. But either way, back to the point I was trying to make. This was the perfect opportunity for Big Show to be in a match that people had genuine interest in. And Cena, you can still tell he's super green here.
Yeah.
He hasn't got nearly what he would have later on in terms of his arsenal in his repertoire that he could use. But what he can do is, he's fucking strong.
Yeah.
So what do? You give him the hippo from the Macy's parade, as he put it, and pick him up and do the FU. Not once, but fucking twice. After that exertion that you've put through the match. And to be fair, you're not picking him up elsewhere in the match, but it's still going to be taxing. There's going to be a body tax on that. And it's impressive.
Yes.
And I watched this thinking, it can't be as passable as I remember it being.
Okay.
And it was. It was. I don't really have, even though I gave it 2, I don't really have any complaints with this match at all.
Yeah, fair.
I think the length of time helped it. If it had gone longer, I agree with you, I'd started to have waned a little bit on it. But yeah, so we're kind of around the same. If we're ever within like a star of one another, I feel like we've done fairly well to gauge that. But sorry, Holly, it can't stay good forever because of the next bit. From an early Holly peak, we now head to an early Holly trough. As Jonathan Coachman is seen walking backstage. As he's walking down the corridor, he stops to greet Dr. Tom Pritchard and Johnny the Bull.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Tell me more?
Yep.
There we go. Before addressing Teddy Long with a hug and referring to him as player. Just back to Johnny the Bull.
Okay.
So Johnny the Bull Stamboli was in WCW in their later years, I believe. Came over, stayed in, I think did a bit of developmental for a while before he came up to the main roster. He had a match. Let's go back, because this was in WCW, to be fair, this happened. So he's still green as goose shit. But he's very eager to impress. Okay? He's got a high-profile match with Terry Funk, I believe, in WCW. He decides, part of this, I need to do something spectacular so it's remembered. Johnny the Bull climbs to the top rope. Terry Funk's on the floor, outside. Johnny jumps for a leg drop. From there to the floor, lands on his arse. Did he rupture a bollock and rip something in half entirely? Like it was bad.
Oh.
Big injury, big silly mistake. No one should be doing that bump because you're taking it all in your arse, spinal shock. Yeah, he did some. I'm sure it was like something ridiculous. Like he ripped his bollock in half, but he ripped something in half. I remember. And I probably should have got the specifics, but it's only just come to me now reading this.
Jesus. And
he was supposed to beat Terry Funk, I think, in this match, and he just went into the ring. And he said, "Terry, you got to pin me. I cannot beat you." And Terry's like, "Oh, what's wrong, kid?" And then so Terry had to beat him in the end.
Oh.
But in his effort to impress, he I need to. In fact, can you look that up for me? Because that's really going to bug me.
What do you want me to?
So it'd be Johnny.
Yep.
Stamboli.
Yeah.
Injury against Terry Funk.
Ooh.
Because I want to get the specifics. Because I feel like that's key in this.
Okay.
Something tells me it wasn't his bollock.
There's a springboard guillotine leg drop.
That was it,
Terry
springboard.
Funk.
Sorry.
He tore his bladder and urethra.
That's it, urethra.
And strains his strained pelvis.
Yep.
Somehow he continued the match.
Briefly.
And won the hardcore title.
Oh, so he must have literally finished. I thought he just said to Terry, I can't win this.
Yeah.
I can't do anything, so we need to go home.
Oh, lordy.
How you ripped your urethra? That's the thing I was thinking of. I knew it wasn't his bollock.
Oh, that's so gross.
Oh, but have you seen the clip of it? It doesn't look like he.
And I don't want to see it.
No. To be fair, if you look at it, you go, "Oh, why has he done that?" But it doesn't look. It sounds bad, but it doesn't look like a bad injury or anything like that.
Insane.
Yeah, springboard. I forgot he did the springboard. I thought he just jumped from the top.
Jesus.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Also, winning the match and then not being able to do anything.
Hospitalised for 8 days.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an ugly, ugly injury.
Wow.
I believe when he was on the SmackDown roster, because I think that's where he was at the time, which makes sense because he was talking to Teddy Long or around Teddy Long. I believe he had a bit of a feud with John Cena.
Oh.
Or he was involved in John Cena. Involved with a John Cena angle. I remember them being a Survivor Series. And I can't remember if John Cena was against Brock Lesnar's team. I think he was. I'm sure Johnny Stamboli was featured in some capacity. I might be wrong, but I'm sure there was a link there between the two, albeit briefly. But anyway, that's just a bit more about Johnny Stamboli. I'm sure we'll see him eventually on another show, and you'll always remember him as the guy who ripped his urethra in half.
I will.
Teddy tells him to hold up, wait a minute, put some WrestleMania in it. He's very white as well as Teddy Long, you know, sometimes. And Coach responds with, "I'll holler." Having reached his destination, Coach knocks on the Raw general manager's door before entering, and we see Eric Bischoff standing beside who is this Holly?
John Morrison.
Johnny Nitro.
Same person.
But yes, this was kind of around about the time he was introduced to the product.
Mm-hmm.
He was called Nitro because of obviously...
He was on... No,
he never was, but he was brought in by Eric Bischoff, and Eric Bischoff was around at the time, the creative mind, WCW, the executive producer, and obviously there was WCW Nitro. Could have been called Johnny Thunder.
Okay.
But Johnny Nitro is equally bad, so we'll go with that.
It's better than what he's called these days. Johnny TV.
Johnny TV.
Yeah. It's cool.
Sounds like a kid's name, like TV show.
Just a bit
It was Johnny Impact.
okay.
He was never Johnny SmackDown or Johnny Raw. Morrison. That's kind of Morrison's like the blip, really, isn't it?
I like it though. I think that's my favourite.
And do you know what he was in? He did Lucha Underground as well.
Okay.
Do you know what his name was in that?
No.
Johnny Mundo.
Okay.
That means world,
I think.
I believe. Yeah, Johnny Mundo.
Okay.
Anyway, enough about this absolutely irrelevant little featurette that he had in this WrestleMania. Coach shakes Johnny's hand before saying to Eric that he's aware he wanted to see him. That is correct. Eric heard a rumour that The Undertaker is in Madison Square Garden, and there have been a lot of strange noises that people have been hearing around the arena. Bischoff wants Coach to do him a favour and go and find the dead man. Coach looks concerned and reminds the general manager that The Undertaker is on SmackDown. Eric knows that, which is exactly why he wants Coach to go find him, as he does not want to get scooped by SmackDown.
Sure.
Coach says that he doesn't really feel comfortable going to look for The Undertaker, but Eric tells him to get comfortable real quick. You comfortable?
This bores the shit out of me, this stuff.
The podcast or just
No,
Right, okay, good, just checking.
Oh, these little segments. Some are all right.
Yep.
These, no.
All right, you're the boss. And if he was Tom, he'd have done the finger...
The finger
salute.
Finger salute. Mm.
Another coach. Another coach?
Oh, okay.
I wish. After Coach leaves the room, Eric says that he is a good man.
Mm.
Well, having just seen that, my oh my, is this a quick turnaround in Holly's eyes as we see a fresh-faced Randy Orton standing in a stairwell with his Intercontinental title over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not hitting yet.
Oh.
He's very good looking, but he's a baby.
Is this because he goes, Lemmy, and does that hand gesture and tongue?
I'll be honest, it's a bit icky. Like,
ooh, Randy Orton's icky.
Here.
Fucking hell, you heard it here first.
Yeah. And also he's not as big and beefy yet.
Oh, I tell you what, Jamie stopped mid-wank now that you've said that. That's unbelievable. Oh, no.
Don't be silly.
Dear.
Nothing stops that boy.
No, absolutely. Wild dogs couldn't stop him from beating his meat, bless him. What? I've lost you on that one, haven't I? Shall I just press it? I'll just press ahead.
Keep going.
After acknowledging that we are at WrestleMania where it all starts again, the camera zooms out and shows Ric Flair and Batista standing on either side of the champion. Randy says to Mick Foley, sorry, I couldn't understand the punctuation that they put in here. Randy says to Mick Foley, isn't it ironic that we are where it all begins again, as this is where he established himself as the new hardcore legend when he took Foley out. I wonder where they went.
Oh, yeah.
Pastamania?
Ooh,
brother?
Carbs.
Carbs, all day carbs. He's currently standing at the point where he kicked Mick Foley down a flight of stairs, and we now get a replay of that instant. The man is a crash test dummy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Fair fucks to you, Mick. Fair fucks, because your body must be an absolute state. Orton says that Foley couldn't leave it there. He had to come and challenge him for the Intercontinental title, only to realise that he was overmatched. So what did Mick do? He walked away. And he did that hand gesture as well, just to be clear. The literal
fingers walking.
The fingers walking, yeah. Get a step in. Get a step in. A low-angle camera shot now as and Holly's happy. As Orton continues his tale of getting angry and coming to challenge him once again, which is where Randy spat directly in his face. It's a good loogie, though.
I mean, yeah.
Randy says that he respects that Foley is trying to hold on to a shred of what he once was, and that he doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that his time is over. But that's life. That's just evolution. Get it?
Yeah.
No, because he's in evolution with
Yeah,
okay, cool. You got it. Good.
Thank you.
They have surpassed Foley and proved it time and time again with beating after beating. Yeah, Ric Flair growing up as a boy watching Mick Foley thought, that's a man I'm going to surpass one day. I'm going to overtake him. Baby Ric Flair. I can't imagine baby Nate.
No.
Just going around the crash going, woo! It's just, I can't see it.
Though.
I'd be amazing.
I did find, though, there was one thing in this whole segment that was really distracting me.
Ric Flair?
No.
Batista's
shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah.
That suit was bizarre. He's a broad man, but those shoulder pads were so weird.
I thought, when did shoulder pads go out? I thought it was the 80s, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I know in a suit jacket, they tend to have like a little bit of...
There's a little bit like a
padding
cushion.
to keep the shape.
Yes.
But these are weird, man. Like, it looked like he was trying to be Batman in a suit.
Okay.
Like it turns up a little bit on the edge.
Okay, I hadn't spotted that, but now I'm just thinking as...
bored of the listening. So
you were bored of listening to Randy Orton.
He doesn't hit yet for a while for me.
Okay.
Once he gets rid of the hair, gets a bit more beefy.
What about his slender days where he kind of was like the mental kicking people in the head days?
Yeah.
Because he was a bit more, I'd say, svelte.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Holly likes her boys beefy. Orton says that quite frankly they were getting a little bored of beating him up. It was at this stage that Foley decided to call Hollywood for help when he reached out to The Rock, but Evolution beat him down too. All of this to say that it has led us here where Evolution will take on the great Rock and Sock connection. Tonight, Evolution will prove that Mick Foley and The Rock are nothing more than a couple of washed-up has-beens. To be fair, you're right, Randy Orton was new into his career. I had no issue with this promo, if I'm quite honest with you. I thought he did it well.
It was fine. But if I'd have just had this, it would have been fine. But I think it's because it had the shite before it.
I thought that would have improved this. Oh.
Yeah, my brain goes into like...
So without the foreplay, it doesn't matter how good the pumping is. It's just not right. Fine.
Exactly.
Got to warm the engine. Good to know. Match number 2.
Yes.
Oh, this must have set your hairs racing, thinking, what the fuck is happening here? But we do get La Resistance versus Mark Jindrak, Holly's noted, and Garrison Cade versus the Dudley Boys versus Booker T and RVD for the World Tag Team titles. When you knew it was going to be a 4-way tag match for the titles, and not only that, but both sets of tag titles were going to be defended in 4-way matches.
Yes.
This must have caused you some concern.
Oh, I was thrilled.
Yeah, but a little bit of what have we done?
Just watching it is fine.
Speak
but
for yourself.
having to also watch and try and make at least some notes so I can follow along with what's being said is quite hard.
Fair enough. I think I know the answer. I'm going to ask the question anyway.
Go on.
Whose side are you on?
RVD.
And Booker T. By proxy, I guess.
Yeah.
So on to match number 2. I agree with you, by the way. Or the Dudleys would have been team number 2. But RVD I prefer out more than the Dudleys, so that would have won out for me as well. So on to match number 2, and this one could be challenging for the old notes. Making their way down to the ring is La Resistance. Holly, do you remember anything of this tag team at all?
No.
Did they come out with their dog? Because they used to come out with a poodle.
There was no doggo.
Fifi the poodle.
Oh, it's these guys with the
poodle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. No.
And sometimes the poodle would change colour. We just had to pretend we didn't notice that.
No doggo.
So yes, that's them.
Okay.
Next out is Lance Cade, or sorry, it's actually Garrison Cade, but I went with his later name of Lance Cade. And Mark Jindrak. So Holly, tell me why Jindrak might be one of your new favourites, please.
Shut up! You're so annoying. It's not ugly.
He is not ugly. I will give you that.
Ugly.
Would you take Randy Orton then, or Mark Jindrak then?
Oh.
And I think it's Mark Jindrak.
Then. Yes.
Now, forever.
Yeah.
Together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. Yes, I would. You're correct.
The penultimate team to make their way down to the ring is, of course, the Dudley Boys. And it's never a bad thing to see them in tag team action.
Agreed.
Last but not least is the defending tag team champions, although it looks like Booker T may have missed his cue as he paused moments after coming through the curtains and the fireworks going off causes RVD to jump. Super well organised, this one.
Yeah.
What do you think of this entrance song mashup for the champions?
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, didn't like it.
No,
I do like the tag champs coming out together. It's weird when they don't.
Like it.
But I just don't like the...
Oh. Would you rather they came out to one of their songs?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, they both got really good songs.
Yeah.
Like Booker T's is a timeless one. Van Damme's is great.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I used to really like him coming out to Pantera as well in ECW.
Yeah, okay.
Is it Walk he used to come out to, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely Walk. Yeah, good song. So I don't know what the right answer is, though. That's the thing.
I liked him.
It's probably the best they could do, all things considered, without having them come out separately. The bell sounds and we are underway. Starting things off are Rene Dupree and RVD.
Sure.
What do you call him?
RVD and Frenchie.
Frenchie. Yep. Frenchie
1.
Martin.
There's Frenchie 1 and Frenchie 2.
And Frenchie 2 is not French. He's American. He's a French sympathiser.
Yeah, I'm sure.
His name's Rob Conway.
Oh.
Yeah. He's the guy who came out. I sent you his entrance theme once. It's just look at me.
Yes.
That's him.
Oh.
Same guy.
Okay.
Collar and elbow tie-up sees RVD backed into the buckles where he eats a knee to the midsection. Corner whip is reversed and Dupree himself is sent into his own corner where RVD follows in with a running pair of shoulder tackles and a monkey flip that sends the young Frenchman across the ring. Dupree was literally about 21, 22 here.
Oh, wow.
Very young. Tag made to Booker T, who lands a lovely super kick as Renee is slingshotted in his direction. Hook of the leg gets a count of 2. Renee fires back with right hands, but his whip is reversed and he takes a forearm shot to the top of the head on his return. Rob Conway, just look at me, runs into the ring straight into a hip toss, I'm guessing.
Oh, I like a hip two.
Hip two, yeah, come on, hip two. I don't know why I've talked to you like you're a sheep or something in a field there. Who's talking to sheep in field? Farmers, I guess, maybe? Come by.
The dog,
Thank
right?
you, yeah.
Oh, great.
I think I realised that I was going to call you a dog, switched it up, made it worse. Anyway, reverse, he takes forearms to the top. Yep, Rob Conway runs into the ring, straight into it. Oh no, we're back at the hip two.
Hip two?
From Booker, who then tosses him over the ropes and down to the floor. Dupree walks into the wrong part of town as he eats the right hand from Bubba Ray, who eventually tags himself into the match. Collar and elbow tie-up results in Bubba landing some heavy right hands to the back and midsection. Short arm side kick is ducked, allowing Bubba Ray to deliver a neck breaker. Near fall. Very nice. Booker begins firing back with right hands and a chop before whipping Bubba into the buckles, but he charges into a back elbow. Series of jabs find their home from the bigger Dudley brother, but as he grabs his crotch, he eats a jumping leg lariat. No referee to make the count though, as he is distracted in the corner of Cade and Jindrak, and Devon attacks Booker from behind with a lovely inverted DDT. Got some height on that as well. From the top rope comes Rob Van Dam, who connects with a side kick that always has me worried of the way he lands, and it sees Devon roll to the outside. Jindrak, or as Holly calls him, actually it's more like it's the like the sideshow Bob thing here. A bit of Kelsey grammar. Jindrak makes the blind tag on Bubba, who finds himself tripped by Cade and pulled underneath the bottom rope. Booker finds himself slammed down to the canvas with a handful of dreads as Jindrak makes the cover, which is broken up by Bubba. Jindrak stamps away before sending Booker sternum first into the buckles, where he tags Cade after delivering a forearm to the back. Cade and Booker exchange right hands until Lance delivers a knee to the gut, but his whip is reversed. However, he kicks his opponent in the face after ducking too early. Blind tag made from Renee, who now makes the cover on Booker, but is only enough for two. Dupree runs him back first into the buckles before delivering a series of precision strikes and tagging in Conway. Conway mockingly salutes the fans before continuing the beatdown on Booker. Snapmare takedown leads to an arm stretcher with a knee well placed against the spine. Something that I want to mention at this point in time, actually, is what a fall down the card that Booker T's had over the last year.
Yeah.
Sure, he's a defending tag team champion. Last year in the WrestleMania main event, he was against Triple H for the World Heavyweight title.
That was only the year before, wasn't it? And now...
I mean, he lost that, and the pin that took about 2 days.
Well, yes.
But what a fall.
Yeah.
Just, feels odd. Feels very odd. The fans begin to stir, and one half of the champion... No. The fans begin to stir for one half of the champions, but as the noise dies down, Conway is heard shouting, USA, my ass. My ass. Booker slowly fights his way back to his feet and manages to escape, but is immediately kneed in the midsection and knocked back down to the canvas with a back elbow off a whip. Near fall, and now the arm stretcher is reapplied. Once again, Booker manages to reverse the position but eats a kick to the midsection, but he does deliver a lovely spine buster which leaves both he and Conway down on the canvas. RVD.
Yep.
RVD.
That's just me at home.
Exactly. I was right there with you, girl. Van Dam gets the tag and levels Conway with a clothesline before a pump kick puts Dupree down as well. Cade runs in to try and land a kick, which is caught, and as he is dropped on his arse with a reverse leg sweep, Jindrak is sent for a ride on a back body drop. RVD clearing house, looking like a goddamn superstar.
Absolutely.
Renee has his kick caught and eats a step over spinning heel kick to the face. While clothesline misses from Garrison, and he eats a spinning heel kick as well before Jindrak is sent flying over the ropes once more. Boot to the face of Bubba on the apron drops him to the floor, and a spinning leg lariat levels Conway. Still going, RVD, clearing the shop massively. RVD is a house of fire, and he leaps to the top rope, only to be shoved all the way down throat first across the barricade by Devon. That's got to be a tough landing, however you cut it.
Surely.
Booker and Devon exchange rights in the middle of the ring, but the two are quickly separated by La Resistance and Garrison Cade. The two fan favourites battle valiantly and soon dispatch their attackers, leaving just them in the ring once again. The exchange of right hands recommences until Bubba attacks Booker from behind. The crowd want to see it, but as Devon elevates Booker into the air, Cade knocks Bubba out of the way, meaning the Dudleys only deliver a "what is this move called" Holly.
Well, it's half a 3D, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
So that is a
1.5D.
Stop looking at my groin when you say that. 1.5D. Yes, a flapjack.
Oh.
Well, it's a flapjack, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but that's not the intention, is it?
It's not, but it's the reality.
1.5D.
It's not a 1.5D.
It is, because if they were together, it'd be a 3.
Okay, fine.
So half it's 1.5.
So when the Usos hit the 1D, what's that? Like he just picks him up and then puts him back down again? If a flapjack is a 1.5D...
Shush, stop using logic.
Oh, I know, women hate that.
Yeah, I really do. Don't come at me with logic.
What should I come at you with then? Like, facts? What do you like?
I don't know.
No, it's been a long day, hasn't it?
It
I
has.
know. We can power through this. I believe in us. So, yes, a flapjack, and I am sticking with it. 1.5. Fuck it. Fuck 1.5D. Fuck it.
Yay.
DDT by Conway to Devon, and he opens up with right hands on Booker until his whip is reversed and he eats a scissor kick moments later. From out of nowhere comes RVD soaring and connecting with a 5-star frog splash, hook of the leg, and we get the 1, 2, 3. The winners of this match by pinfall, or as it's got here, painful, and still World Tag Team Champions Rob Van Dam and Booker T. Holly, thoughts?
I thought it was all right,
Okay.
but I don't know, weirdly, I thought it might have been a little bit better.
I agree and I disagree. So it was kind of what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Because when they have a match like this, unless there's a really well thought out story behind it, it always comes across as, we didn't really know what to do with you guys, so we're putting you here.
Right. Okay.
So to me, I would rather see a little bit more thought going into the fact of, let's even say we'll partially turn the Dudleys heel, even for a short period. Give me Booker T and RVD against the Dudleys.
Yes.
Fuck off the other two teams and give us more of a substantial story there. That being said, granted, yes, it is WrestleMania and we should be thinking every match needs to be big, but you also need a little dip of a match which doesn't have the same importance because people can't ride that continual high wave.
Yep.
So what's the right situation? They probably did the best they could when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. Like,
It
score-wise,
served its purpose.
Score-wise, for me, I scored it exactly the same as the match before.
2.75.
Exactly.
I did as well, 2 stars.
Oh, okay.
So I stuck.
Consistent, yeah.
So I thought it was no worse, no better
No, agree.
than the opener. That's interesting, that, actually, in
It is,
terms of we've
actually.
both gone with the same scores.
Yeah.
See if that trend continues.
Oh, we'll see.
The cameras now take us backstage where a hesitant, yes, he's back, Holly, coach is on the lookout.
This guy, man.
He accosts... there's one, by the way, where Leslie Nielsen from Naked Gun,
Yes.
he's looking for The Undertaker in, I think it's like a SummerSlam or Survivor Series.
Yeah.
People will be out there listening to this getting mad because I can't remember the exact show. And he's on the hunt looking for The Undertaker, and it's like basically he's playing the Naked Gun character.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so that we got that to look forward
that
to.
That would be funny. This
Exactly.
is not.
Exactly. There is...
There's a tiny little bit.
No,
comedy
sorry.
here.
Sorry, fuck that. This is funny. This is funny. And
I
it's
know
down
it's
to
coming.
one person for me.
Of course.
But we'll get there. We'll get there. In fact, we'll get there momentarily. He accosts one of the backstage employees to ask what the noise coming from down the corridor is. The gentleman indicates, I don't give a fuck, who are you? It's like he doesn't know he's supposed to be in it, almost. Maybe he didn't. The gentleman indicates that freaky noises have been emanating from behind a closed door further down, but offers little more than that. As Coach approaches, we can hear cackling and a door bouncing back and forth as he presses his ear up against it. With more than a little trepidation, Coach slides the door back, and a dishevelled-looking Mean Gene emerges with his shirt half untucked and lipstick marks on the top of his head. Coach asks him what he's doing, and Gene says that he's here for the Hall of Fame ceremony. Coach more specifically queries, no, what were you doing behind that door? Mean Gene says that he was checking out the pipes, which is a hell of a euphemism if you ask me.
Okay. Considering where I thought this was going
Yep.
in the next 10 seconds, I was like, what?
Yep, but it's an old building. You just need to check out the pipe to make sure that they're all in working order. Holly gets better. Now from out of the same room emerges Bobby the Brain Heenan, who recoils as he spots the coach. It's like he literally jumps back, and it is great. It is great. Like Gene before him, he too looks dishevelled with his shirt half buttoned and his face covered in lipstick. Coach now questions what things they have been doing with each other behind the closed door, but Heenan says they were playing cards. Poker, Gene says, as he indicates poking with his hand back and forth.
Rude.
Once again, the door slides open as out comes Mae Young and the fabulous Moolah, who are reapplying their lipstick. Mae is so doddery that she, instead of just stabs herself in the cheek with it. So she's like holding the thing, but she's like punching herself with it. She still lived like another 10 years. It's mental.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah.
Fair fucks to her.
Maybe it's all the snogging.
Yeah, all the fucking Mark Henry action that she got.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about that.
May zones in on Heenan, asking if he wants to see her puppies, to which he says, no, they're fine, as meanwhile Moolah continues her sexual assault of Mean Gene.
Oh, God, it's great.
The two women drag the gentleman back behind the closed door, but all we can hear is Heenan saying, but I don't want to go back in. I don't want to. I haven't been well. It's fucking amazing. I'm sorry, it is.
I just don't need Coach there.
Heenan's a gift.
Just give me that bit without him there. It's just brilliant.
But they need someone to play off the kind of what's happening here kind of thing. So Coach is almost irrelevant in this, to be fair.
That was amusing.
But Heenan grabbing, going, oh, I don't want to go back in. His arm
is just stuck in the
trying
door.
to pull the door out as well. But when he says I haven't been well, he's right. He'd had throat cancer.
Right.
And this is the thing that would come back and later ultimately lead to his death. Have you ever, this is going to make you sad, but have you ever seen pictures of Bobby Heenan after he had this? Because at one point he couldn't talk because he had and it's almost like his chin's gone and everything.
Really? Yeah, no.
You just look at it and you go, knowing how impactful and comical and witty and all that stuff, because Bobby, and I don't think I've ever articulated quite why I like Bobby Heenan. He will talk a lot of smack, but ultimately the joke is always on him, and that is brilliant because you can use that in any situation. You don't need the other person to be overtly funny, because ultimately the joke is always coming back on him, and he's a master at it. And like this stuff, just it's played to perfection. It's honestly, it sounds weird because we've seen him in a few shows now doing commentary. This little bit here I've enjoyed more than his other bits and pieces, which is crazy to say. We haven't hit his favourite shows of mine,
right?
Even though he's had some unbelievable lines, but I watched this a couple of times just for him, and it was kind of that nice little. What would you say? It made my little cold
little heart.
Yeah, it got me. It was nice. It was just nice seeing him.
Got you in the feels.
It did. It hit me right in the feels. The brain somehow manages to close his arm in the door comically, and I'll say this, Holly, fuck the Carly kiss cam. This is funny. This is funny.
Oh.
And Mae Young was in both.
Yes.
Mae Young was in both.
Maybe it's her.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh.
Maybe it's Mae Youngbeline. There we go. We now return to JR and the King on commentary as Lawler speculates as to what was going on behind the door. It is at this stage where the King uses one of my lines about them playing Naked Twister. Oh my God, is this where I got it from?
I think it might be,
I can't believe that. Because I'm always saying, oh yeah, Naked Twister.
Yeah.
And I said, admittedly, that I've watched the shit out of this show.
I think you've subconsciously picked
I've nicked. Imagine that. Oh God, I better not go past any schools. Jesus Christ, what else have I taken on from him? But yeah, no. I think sadly I have to hold my hands up because I got it from somewhere. Must be here. King notices some denture burns on Bobby Heenan. JR says that was one form of love, perhaps, but now back to serious business of a love triangle that has developed between Chris Jericho, Christian and Trish Stratus. So this must have been brand new information for you, Holly.
Kind of, but actually now that we're talking about it, I have seen clips of the way this match ends.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I remembered Trish's outfit. Yeah.
So it's a really good outfit.
It's a good one, isn't it? Considering she's not got everything out,
I prefer it.
It's a good one.
I prefer it. It's like this, a little bit of mystery.
Normal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like more Girl Next Door, but not Girl Next Door, if that makes sense.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Do you want to hear something embarrassing?
Sure.
It's sorry, I'm not like outing myself here in any way.
Go on then.
Well, I'll let you be the judge, to be fair. When I used to watch this, so I'd have been 14, randy as shit. I used to be like, I feel like I'm Chris Jericho in this situation. Because I was like chasing the girl, and at the time Trish Stratus was obviously my favourite.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's so close. He's so close. He's just not
far.
yet so far. And I'm like, I'm so far. I'm just so far. I mean, because one, I'm a minor in the UK and look like this. And that's, So like...
The minor, I think, probably is the major kicker there.
Yeah, well, not in King's Book. But anyway, I mean, the gender would have thrown him off. So yeah, in my head, I was like, I'm Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay.
And I fucking hated Christian because of this.
It.
I honestly,
Oh,
I was, and it
love
wasn't even
me
because
some
I was a Jericho-holic. It's because I saw myself in Jericho, so to speak, and I realised how fucking sad that sounds. But it's like, okay, you need to get this out of your
it's
system.
amazing.
You weren't expecting that,
No,
were you?
I was not.
But yeah, and I was just like thinking,
Okay.
he's going to get the girl. He's going to get the girl.
Oh,
He's going to get
okay,
the girl.
You're hoping for like right.
Yeah, yeah, and then what actually happens is more the reality of it, to be honest. So we get an on-screen graphic of the two men about to go one-on-one before we transition to the video package highlighting what led them to this moment. I will say, I was looking forward to the match though back then, because I did, even though I hated Christian for what he'd done to me,
Of course.
and by me I mean Chris Jericho. I knew that he was a good wrestler. So this type of match, I thought, yep, good. This is the pick-me-up you need after the tag team match.
Yep.
The package starts with Jericho confessing that although it all started as a silly bet between him and Christian, that he could nail Trish before Christian nailed Lita for $1 whole Canadian. Tell you what, if that's what they're charging, yeah. Ultimately, the joke is on him. Somewhere along the way, he developed real feelings for her. This is cheesy as shit, by the way. This is so cheesy.
I like it when the music starts to play in the background.
Oh, it's
cheesy
stunning.
porno music, but
Yep. All the while he's talking, he's confessing with his head leant up against a wall like some teen rom-com. He says he understands if she never wants to talk to him, but he just wants to be part of her life as he's like touching the wall. I would have felt so awkward doing this. In the locker room, we see, especially wanking, that's like really difficult. In the locker room, we see Christian ask Jericho where his head is at. He's been showing nothing but affection for Trish and had absolutely nothing in return. Fucking story of my life. Trish basically friend-zoned the shit out of him. I am Chris Jericho. Okay? Right? The more I watch this, the more I was like, yeah! Yeah! Not as talented or as good looking as him, but yeah!
you got riled up.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
It was such a weird story to hit home for me, but it really did.
Wow.
Where do we go? Trish, oh yeah, so Christian, who it should be noted, is wearing a wedding ring, says that Trish doesn't care about Jericho. Jericho, also married. Christian now tries to play spoiler as he relays to Trish that Jericho doesn't care about her either, and given there is no prospect of their relationship developing, there's nothing stopping all three of them from having a healthy relationship.
Cheeky.
It's like the Progress relationship. Jericho wants to give her a rose, but Christian says that who's to say Trish hasn't fallen for somebody else, and we see an image of Christian putting his arm around her as they walk off.
Oh, it's implied.
And she's like, oh, that's weird. Okay. We now see Christian backstage in the... I wrote a lot of notes for this, didn't I? We now see Christian backstage. There's crying here as well. We now see Christian backstage in the office of Eric Bischoff, who exclaimed that Chris Jericho is no friend of his, and so he booked a match between Christian and Trish Stratus. Backstage, Christian speaks to Trish and says that as soon as the bell sounds, he'll lay down so she can just cover him for the 1, 2, 3.
Cheeky.
The match begins. Yeah, I would as well. The match begins, but Christian kicks out. He levels the shit out of her with a clothesline, fair fucks Trish, before applying the walls of Jericho on her, causing her to submit. Christian says that ultimately he did this for Jericho. Trish Stratus ruined his life and ruined their friendship. We see Christian jump Jericho backstage, and ultimately the two men brought in the middle of the ring. What? And ultimately the two men are standing off face to face in the middle of the ring. So, Holly, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Let's say...
Oh, God.
Someone clotheslines the shit out of you and then bends you in half, not in that way,
Okay.
causing you to give up. Would you then fall for them?
No.
I wonder what will happen in this one then. So let's go into it, shall we? Christian versus Chris Jericho, excuse me. Whose corner were you in for this
Christian
one?
all day long. Christian, sorry, don't look at me
rooting
with such hate.
You're
I'm
rooting
so
against.
sorry.
You're rooting against me.
Short-haired Christian is
Fine.
Is
He's a handsome boy.
fine.
He's a handsome boy.
I didn't know before.
So if I'm having a match with Christian, you better be on my side.
Well, yeah, but
Okay,
that's
fine.
not
Alright.
happening right now.
Right now, well, give it time. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm busy. Well, I'm busy on the
busy.
Monday of that weekend when AEW are over. But if they need me to come in and put on a fucking sweater neck and
I
all
just
that,
have to hope that Lost Property never have a fight.
What, lost property? What's up? What do you mean? Come catcher in the pink taco? What?
I love that.
That's a reference that means nothing to
no
anyone
one else
listening.
can understand that, but it's amazing.
Basically,
It's
no,
amazing.
I'll give context. So
Go on.
Holly's been having fun with AI images based on photos of the three of us,
I love it.
and it always seems to do our editor Jamie pretty dirty.
I don't know what beef it's got with him.
Whether
but
it's putting the Ultimate Warrior face paint on him but leaving his mouth agape like he's catching flies, whether it adds 400 years onto his age, or whether it gives him a full-on like blonde mullet and facial hair,
I can't breathe.
time and time again it has done him dirty. Jamie happened to ask us a question because he does this occasionally. He likes to just throw things out there and see how they land.
Yeah.
He said, "What is your favourite
Alternative
term for vagina?" And you can't use pussy or the C word. So I was like, I don't have an answer for this, so I'm just going to say something disgusting. So I said, "Cum catcher." Why not?
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm quite fond of just the traditional pink taco."
Yes.
Holly went, "I have information here I can put into AI."
Yes, I do.
And so Holly turned us into a crime fighting partnership where
Yeah.
Jamie is dressed with a taco hat and a full-on pink spandex get-up, shaking a maraca, whilst I have got a child catcher's net wearing a purple leotard.
Oh God, it brings me such joy.
And this is one of Holly's little kicks in life that she
It
gets.
really cheers me up when I'm feeling a little bit low.
So I didn't want to have too much of an inside joke that I couldn't then explain.
Thank you. That's
So
makes me smile so much.
you were in the corner of Christian. I was
Obviously.
backing myself in this one.
Of course.
Holly, what do you make of this storyline in general?
Fine. I mean,
It's
I
something.
don't really care, but fine.
Okay. Second question, Holly. What do you think of Christian's attire? Surely a candidate for outfit of the night.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, hold that thought. Jericho might also be on that list. Who knows? Tell you something for free, though, Holly. We can leave those sideburns at home, Mr. Jericho. Leave them all. We don't need them.
No.
Let's not bring them to the table.
No.
I know I've said this on other shows before, but it really bugs me when the bell sounds when one of the participants is standing outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Christian climbs up the ring stairs and pauses to look at the crowd before finally entering the ring so the match can officially begin. The two men go face to face in the middle of the ring and butt heads is what I've put in. It's put it to butt head. Like it's an insult. Beavis and Butthead. Exactly that. Before taking a step back and engaging in a collar and elbow tie-up. After a struggle, they briefly release their grip before re-engaging, and this sees them scramble for position until Jericho is backed against the buckles. Referee Tim White forces himself between them to break the hold, but as soon as he moves out of the way, Christian shoves him in the chest, only to be met with an immediate of a right hand that drops him hard. A flurry of right hands by Jericho have Christian scrambling on the canvas, and he eats two knees to the midsection when he returns to his feet. Whip to the ropes and a back elbow puts Christian down, and the back suplex follows in short order. Knife-edge chop by Jericho, who finds his whip reversed, but holds onto the ropes as Christian looks for a leapfrog and levels him with a clothesline. Christian is backed into the buckles where Jericho is driving the palm of his hand into his cheekbone, but his whip is reversed. However, he connects with a kick to the chest when Christian ducks too early. Jericho rushes in only to find himself sent over the top rope and onto the apron, but he holds on and lands a shoulder to the midsection when Christian charges in. From this position, Jericho elevates Christian high into the air and down to the black mats below. I like the black mats.
Yes. me
Something
too.
pleasing about them. The fans are fully behind Jericho, which pleased me, for many reasons, who panders to them in the middle of the ring. Christian is kicked off the apron as he looks to return, which allows Jericho to spring off the middle rope and sail over the top, landing across body. Jericho sends him upside down into the barricade, which looks to actually send either a member of the security team or a fan flying upon impact.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho breaks the count before returning to the outside and retrieving his opponent. Running punt to the ribs connects, but Christian looks for a sunset flip off a whip, only to be countered into a pin by Jericho that earns him a near fall. As Christian kicks out, he finds himself close to being secured in the walls of Jericho, but manages to grab the bottom rope. Tim White drags Jericho away, and when he returns, he takes a thumb to the eye.
Boo.
Thank you. And is unceremoniously back suplexed over the top and down to the floor. Nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that would scare the shit out of me, because you must feel so out of control as you're going upside down and can see nothing until you're seeing the ropes, at which point you're like, I hope I've rotated at the right rate,
Yeah, I can
basically.
imagine.
Face first into the steel steps goes Jericho before they return to the ring, and Christian begins stamping away on his opponent's face before standing on his neck over the bottom rope. Right hands to the grounded Jericho, and now we see a blatant choke. Jericho fights back, but his whip is reversed and he's sent head over heels with a kitchen sink. Cover gets a count of 2. Christian is now clawing away at the face, but breaks the hold before the count of 5, and now he applies a neck crank. Back on his feet, and Jericho elbows free, but as he runs away, he's dragged down to the canvas courtesy of a handful of hair, but it is not enough for 3. Once again, Jericho finds himself choked over a rope, this time the top one, before being taken down with a snapmare and trapped with a chin lock with an additional knee to the base of the neck. Again, Jericho elbows his way free, but eats a kick to the midsection, only to sweep the legs and look to apply the walls of Jericho. Christian manages to break free with a rake to the eyes and lands a spinning heel kick that earns him a count of 2. Dismissive boots to the side of the head by Christian, and now he lands some slaps for good measure. Jericho blocks running into the buckles by putting the boot up, but when he turns, the two men collide heads, leaving both men down on the canvas where the referee begins his count. When they return to their feet, they begin exchanging right hands, which Christian eventually gets the better of, but he is dropped to the canvas with a running forearm. Duck of a clothesline by Christian, who is guarded into charging...
Goaded?
Yeah, who is goaded into charging him with an up yours gesture that leaves him draped over the middle rope. So it's not just Rey Mysterio matches, eh?
No.
Running crotch guillotine.
Yes.
Is that what you called it?
Yeah, or the running giddy up.
The running giddy up, that's in the corner though, I think.
It is, yeah.
Okay,
so
running crotch
guillotine.
Running crotch guillotine to the back of the neck finds its home, and an enziguri puts Christian down hard. Hook of the leg gets a 1-2 no. Corner whip is reversed and Jericho just about manages to go up and over. He ducks a clothesline and rolls up Christian, but finds the position reversed, and with Christian holding onto the ropes, he nearly manages to steal one. Christian looks for a reverse DDT, but Jericho escapes and scores with a lovely Northern Lights suplex with a bridge for a near fall. Both men impressively bridge back up to their feet, which Holly always likes.
I do.
With neither man able to secure a backslide, Jericho connects with a running bulldog, but he only finds the knees on the lion salt attempt. As Jericho staggers back to his feet, Christian looks for the unprettier, but is pushed into the buckles. He scores with a back elbow and then delivers a tornado reverse DDT from the middle rope for the 1-2 no. With a handful of hair, Christian lands a series of right hands but runs directly into a sleeper takedown. Both men slowly return to their feet, but as Jericho misses a clothesline attempt, he is caught and dropped with a reverse DDT over the knee. Captain Charisma heads to the top rope, that is then cut off. Jericho joins him up there and looks to secure a superplex, only to be dropped face first from the perch himself. As he hits the canvas, Jericho is favouring the knee and is unable to prevent the crossbody from the top connecting, but he does manage to roll through into a pin of his own that nearly gets him a count of 3. A flurry of right hands in the corner by Jericho connects, but as the referee pulls him away, Christian lands a kick to the injured knee and applies a Texas cloverleaf in the middle of the ring. Jericho manages to eventually roll back onto his back and lands a number of right hands to escape the hold before locking in the walls of Jericho. Christian is far too close to the bottom rope, however, and manages to pull himself out of the ring, but Jericho holds on and reapplies the hold on the black mat. I like that.
Yeah.
Jericho breaks the hold before the referee reaches a count of 5 and returns to the ring. As he returns to the apron, Christian is bounced face first off the top turnbuckle and pulled to the top rope, where this time a superplex does land and gets him a close count of 2. The fans begin to make noise as the cameras take us to the entryway, where Trish Stratus is running down to ringside with a look of concern. Holly, what did you think this was going to lead to?
Her interfering and Jericho being successful.
Yep. Trish begins pounding the apron as the two men return to their feet and exchange right hands. A wild right hand from Jericho is ducked and Christian delivers a beautiful Impaler DDT for the 1-2 no. Somehow Y2J kicks out not once but twice. As Christian heads to the corner, Trish climbs onto the ring apron and is grabbed by the hair and dragged inside before being shoved and bounces face first off the bottom turnbuckle in nasty fashion. Actually looks quite nasty.
It does, yeah.
Jericho charges and levels Christian, sending him between the ropes and down to the floor before attending to Trish in the ring. Trish doesn't see who it is that grabs her and throws a wild elbow that hits Chris Jericho between the eyes. Schoolboy roll up by Christian, who holds on for the 1-2-3. The winner of this match by pinfall, Christian. Surprising?
Yeah, a little bit.
A stunned Jericho looks at Trish, who realises the mistake she has made. They exchange words in the middle of the ring, but as Jericho goes to leave, Trish holds him back. Now Christian has run down to the ring apron, goading the couple, causing Jericho to march towards him. Again, Trish holds him back, but this time swings him around into 2 massive slaps upside the head, resulting in Jericho walking right into an unprettier from Christian. Trish and Christian were in cahoots with one another the entire time. The 2 arseholes make their way up I was taking it personally at this point.
Apparently, yeah.
The 2 arseholes make their way up to the entryway where they pause before exiting to turn to face Jericho. As he looks on, Christian grabs Trish by the hair, and the 2 play a bit of tonsil tennis, causing King to erupt in his pants. Holly, what did you think of these 2 motherfuckers and what they did to me? Chris.
Yeah, fine. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You enjoy it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, good. What'd you score the match?
3 out of 5. I thought it was better than the other 2. Marginally better. And actually, even though there was a bit of a story attached to it, and there obviously was the little bit at the end, but it wasn't too it didn't interfere too much with the whole match as a whole. I like these 2 together. I think they're good.
Yeah, fine. I mean, realistically, yeah, it was fine. I'm still bitter about the ending. Less so to this day, but according to this, I don't remember calling them arseholes. Oh. But again, as I'm dictating it,
you did. Then.
I said this out loud. I went a similar way to you, so I also increased my score and went to 2.5. So from it being 2 to 2.5, we've both kind of kept the similar pattern. We're going in the right direction for the matches.
Okay.
Storyline was what it was.
Yeah.
I felt a personal connection to it for reasons I've explained. The end result made me sad, and that I'm just ultimately a loser. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for that. Bastard. Anyway, it's fine. We move on. We move on. We now head outside to a shot of the Empire State Building before the camera points, or pans I should say, to MSG, as Jim Ross tells us that WrestleMania sold out in just 2 hours back in September last year. Back in the locker room area, we see Lillian Garcia standing beside the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Lillian asks Foley if he's nervous with this being his first match in 4 years. Mick says it's more than his first match in 4 years. It's WrestleMania. It's Madison Square Garden. It's the biggest night in the history of this sport, and fans have flocked from around the world to be here. So it's safe to say, yes, he's full of emotion right now. He always does impassioned promos quite well, does Foley. Foley says that he hopes that the hatred he has for Evolution doesn't get in the way of the plans that he and The Rock have for tonight. Don't know what that means, but I figure they meant in the match, but it makes it sound like they're going to go out on the town afterwards or something. With that being said, a goateed People's Champion walks into shot and grabs the microphone. Holly, what do you think of the goatee look and the short hair?
No.
It's a no from Holly. Rock says that Mick has to let the emotion go. The Rock hasn't said this in a long time, but finally, The Rock has come back to New York City. Finally, Mick Foley has come home. Rock tells Lillian to not look at the people's package and that the buffet is closed.
That I did like, I'll be honest.
The Rock says it's Mick Foley's night. He knows it. Lillian knows it. Hell, even the camera crew know it. The Rock now leads the camera crew around the corner where we see Holly's favourite Hurricane standing beside the superhero in training Rosie, aka Roman Reigns' older brother.
Oh.
Or as Rock calls them, the Hamburglar and Grimace.
Yeah, I liked that.
The Rock shouts to them, "Put the hamburger away. Try the chicken McNuggets, you fat son of a bitch." That killed me. That was, I don't know why. That is brilliant. Around the next corner, we have Superfly Jimmy Snuka and Don Morocco. Above all else, the people know it. The Rock is not happy with their response and repeats, "No, no, 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 no," and gets them to do it again. If it wasn't enough to hear the people, they open the stage doors to the heart of the arena where we see the sea of fans in attendance. Rock says it's time for them to go out there and slap the lips of the Evolution sons of bitches before signing off with "If you smell what the Rock and Sock is cooking." Thoughts, Holly? You love a Rock promo?
Oh, I love them. They're my favourite thing ever. I did find it slightly amusing, like when he talks about his package.
Yeah, the people's strudel. Yeah,
that did make me smile, but I just don't care. He just winds me right up, and I wish I knew why. I want to say it's the third person talking, but everyone does it, and it does annoy me still. But his just annoys me so much more.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Does he share characteristics with any of your exes, perhaps?
I don't know. Who knows? Just annoys me.
Okay, fine. I guess
don't think any of my exes were that charismatic.
Fucking hell. Wow. Well, to be fair, that's a high bar.
Exactly.
I mean, not everyone can be as charismatic
I'm not really
as The Rock.
anybody by saying that.
No, you're right, but very few people can be as charismatic as The Rock and me. Like, it's just...
Okay, yeah, of course.
Sorry, what?
Of course.
Come on. The things I'd have done with Mae Young in that fucking closet, I tell you.
God.
Honestly, she'd been picking her dentures up off the floor, I tell you. Right. That image that I gave myself there made me feel quite unwell. I think I'd rather take Heenan and Gene in there and show them a good time, to be quite honest. But next match.
Yes.
Evolution versus The Rock and Sock Connection. Whose side are you on, Holly?
This was hard because both just don't interest me.
Let me remind you.
Mick Foley.
Mick
Foley pulls me in, so unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I'd go for Mick Foley, but he's with The Rock. So.
In his first ever WrestleMania appearance, let it go down in the history books that Holly picked against Randy Orton.
I love Randy Orton, but not right now.
This, to me, is more surprising than that 3-star fucking match between Triple H and the Ultimate Warrior.
Okay, fine.
This has shocked me more. I'm fine with it, because I thought there's no way you're siding with The Rock. Especially if Randy Orton is on the other side of the ring.
I know.
But think of that as a WrestleMania. Like, your first WrestleMania match, you are in the ring with Ric Flair, The Rock, and Mick Foley.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't it?
And Batista's there as well. Like, he's not the level he got to at this point. He's still very much developing. He doesn't come into fruition for another year. So he'll play a big part in the next WrestleMania that we watch. So he's even more impressive or surprising that he's in that equation. But just to think about, first WrestleMania outing, and this is the competition I'm with, they think a lot of me here. Yeah. They think a lot of me.
Absolutely.
We now head straight to the upcoming handicap match as the music for Evolution sounds, and we see Randy Orton, Ric Flair and Batista make their way down to the ring. Now is the turn for one of Holly's all-time favourite entrance music numbers as Mick Foley heads out in front of his hometown fans.
I did like it, yeah.
If that wasn't enough, Holly, we now get one of Scott's all-time favourite entrance themes as The Rock makes his way down to the ring too.
We are getting closer to peak Rock for me.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Not when he talks, just physical appearance wise, we're getting there.
Okay. Is it the time where he comes out and just tapping the goosebumps on his skin? Is that
just it? Just shave off the facial fuzz that he's got.
Yeah, facial fuzz.
I'll be honest, it doesn't. In my humble opinion, it don't look good. Shave off. No, on him, it doesn't look good. Shave off the hair.
Yep.
The tattoos there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Just be a bit more of a prick, and I'll tell you what, you can have her digits. I'll tell you that.
God, that's so grim.
Okay. One thing I will say.
Yes.
Not a fan of The Rock with this haircut.
Oh, okay, so you bloody agree with me.
I do. I never said I didn't agree with you.
Yeah.
Goatee, take it or leave it, but the hair got to go.
Yep.
With Chris, I'll tell you what, put that and Chris Jericho's sideburns in the same bin and light it on fire.
Fair.
Okay, and my heart after Christian. No, we've done that. We've done that bit. We'll move on. As Rock approaches the ringside area, he and Foley exchange a few words before sliding into the ring in unison so the brawl can begin. Foley pairs off with Flair, who they legitimately didn't like each other, by the way. Flair always criticised Foley and his style of wrestling. And Foley was like, I work fucking hard at what I do, thank you. And they always had that resentment. Foley also had a similar thing with Hulk Hogan. Where they reconciled later on. I think it's even in a video where Hogan openly called him, I can't remember if it was Hogan or Flair, but one of them called him a glorified stuntman.
Wow, okay.
And to a point I get it, but the emotion that Mick Foley gets out of people, he was so much more than that. So much more than that. And I guess they find it annoying because what they do to generate it doesn't put their body at the same risk that Foley's is. I mean, yeah, Foley's body's battered down.
Off the top of cages, are they, and all these other things?
Well, quite. Who's still alive? Although, having said that, he's significantly younger.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Flair's still alive. That is a fucking mystery. That is one of those, unexpected tales shows.
Yeah.
Like, Ric Flair's been drinking like a fish for 50 years and is still going.
Wow. There we go.
Fair fucks.
Yeah.
Fair fucks. We're all doing it wrong if you're still living off that. So Foley pairs off with Flair early and unloads with right hands in the corner as the Great One lands right hands on both Orton and Batista. The bell sounds and we are underway. Big clothesline from The Rock sends the animal over the top and down to the floor while Foley's right hands send Orton packing. The Rock and Salt connection it's got here. The Rock and Salt connection stand in the middle of the ring together. Batista returns to eat a number of right hands from Foley before a big one from the People's Champion sends the animal back outside the ring. Now this, Holly, this is an encounter. The Rock versus Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. It just doesn't seem like they're in the same... Well, they're not.
Lots of generations between them.
Yeah, The Rock and Hogan felt odd for different reasons, but The Rock and Ric Flair feels even weirder to me.
It does, yeah.
But anyway, here we are. We've got it here in person. The Nature Boy woos and taunts The Rock to come forward as the fans join in on his catchphrase. The two men circle and briefly lock up before The Rock slaps on a side headlock. Push off by the Nature Boy, who is levelled with a shoulder tackle that puts him on the canvas, and we see The Rock mock the classic Flair strut.
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Okay.
Once or twice.
Big woo from Flair, and they re-engage again, which sees The Rock backed into the corner where he eats a prime chop from the Nature Boy Butcher's counter. The Rock blocks a right hand and reverses the position where he lands a number of his own before whipping Flair into the buckles and connecting with a back body drop. The Nature Boy rolls to the outside where he lures The Rock in and pokes him in the eye with his thumb.
Boom.
He waits too long to capitalise though and blindly walks into another back body drop, this time on the black mats. The Rock signals to his partner and in comes Foley flying with an elbow drop that lands perfectly from the apron. Speaking of, because landing on your hip from that repeatedly must be terrible. A big chant for Foley as we see Flair back off into his corner and make the tag to Orton. In response, we get a tag made to Foley. However, as soon as he enters the ring, Orton arrogantly slips out of the ring. Foley is in pursuit, however, and although the future legend killer tries to catch him unaware, Mick lands a series of right hands to the face before sending him face first into the SmackDown announce desk. Clothesline drops Orton before he is returned into the ring. Running elbow drop connects and we get the first near fall of the match. Orton is hung upside down in the Tree of Woe, and the Hardcore Icon delivers a devastating double axe handle to the face after making a tag which Orton sells like an absolute fucking hero.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of like the life has gone from him, completely limp. Sorry, back in the room. The crowd explode after Rock delivers a big right hand to the lower abdomen, shall we say. Looks like a dick punch, but that's fine. Rock ducks too early off a whip and eats a kick to the chest whilst the crowd chant his name, but he fires back with a clothesline. Face first into the top turnbuckle goes Orton, but he reverses a whip which allows Flair to land a blow to the back of the head as the Rock hits the ropes. Big woo from Flair and a big right hand knocks him off the apron, and one lands on Batista for good measure. A series of right hands land on Randy, but he manages to whip the Rock to the ropes where the animal lowers the top strand, sending the Great One to the outside. That was very well done.
I like that, yeah.
Very well done.
Perfectly timed.
Yep, exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock is elevated and drops sternum first over the barricade, and now Orton follows in with a series of stomps before rolling the Rock back into the ring. Tag made to Batista, who puts the Rock in the corner and lands a series of knees to the ribs. Rock looks to fire back with a number of right hands, but runs into a back elbow that drops him hard. Cover gets two. Nature Boy now the legal man, and he lands a big uppercut to the stomach before returning to the tried and tested knife-edge chops in the corner. Flair momentarily gets caught up in arguing with a fan before landing another chop and strutting his way across the ring, only to be blindsided by a big clothesline. The Nature Boy heads to the top rope, and even King says, "Don't try this, Nate, it never works."
Mm-hmm.
The Rock cuts him off at the pass and press slams him down to the middle of the ring, with the Flair going down at the angle on a back bump.
Now I know why that is.
Flair manages to make the tag to Batista, who clubs away on the former WWF champion. Shoulder after shoulder to the midsection finds its home, and now the Rock is whipped into the buckles that he rebounds out of and delivers a hellacious clothesline. Tag made to Foley, who begins firing right hands at the animal, and after a kick to the gut, delivers a running knee to the chest before knocking both Orton and Flair off the apron. Mick looks for a double arm DDT, but Batista outpowers him and runs him into the buckles. It isn't long before Foley turns it around and fires off rapid rights that cause the big man to wilt. He takes a moment to walk around the ring and fire off a pair of finger guns and turns around directly into a big lariat from the animal. Batista dismissively tosses Foley between the ropes where the Intercontinental Champion looks to take advantage, but Mick grabs him by the throat and it's only stopped by running... is only stopped by a running knee to the back from the Nature Boy. Chops... What was I trying to put here?
Go on now.
Sounds like a meal. Chops and cakes are plenty. Chops and something are plenty. Because it says are plenty.
Cakes.
Chokes? Cakes?
Rakes?
I don't know. Chops and cakes. We'll go with chops and cakes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Chops and cakes are plenty before Mick is sent knees first into the ring steps. Hate that.
I don't like that.
Flipping him head over heels as he lands in a heap. They return to the ring where Orton picks up a near fall. Corner beat down on the Hardcore Legend as now the Intercontinental Champion drags him over the ring apron where he lands a stiff European uppercut. We can see that The Rock has apparently been cut on his cheek as a tag is made to the Nature Boy, who lands a stiff kick to the shin of Foley before chopping him down to the canvas. Flair and Foley exchange right hands that the Hardcore Legend gets the better of. A big right hand drops the Nature Boy, but he cleverly uses his legs to trap Foley's and prevent him from making the tag. I really liked that.
Yes.
Orton now the legal man, and as he places his knee in the back of Foley, he wrenches him back with 2 handfuls of head before turning it into a chin lock. Orton jumps and drives his weight down into the lower back of his adversary as the fans begin to rally for the hometown hero. The champion wrenches back on the nose and face of Foley, but eventually he still makes it back to his feet where he elbows his way free. Only for a moment though, as he is soon sent slamming down to the canvas by the back of his head, and it bounces hard. Looks horrendous.
It really
horrendous.
does. It really does.
Batista back in now, and he lands a few short arm clotheslines and a flurry of mounted right hands. In a move of sheer desperation, Foley reaches up and secures the mandible claw, which is only broken when Randy runs in and boots him to the side of the head. Flair the legal man once more, and after a brief exchange of strikes, he rakes the eyes of Foley.
Boom.
Whip into the Evolution corner and the animal is back in. The big man ducks too early off a whip and is taken down with a swinging neck breaker. The 2 men struggle back to their feet where they both connect with stereo clotheslines, returning them back to the canvas. Tag made to Flair, who misses wildly on a back elbow attempt off a whip and is levelled with the forearm from Foley in return. Tag made to the Great One, and Flair is immediately backing off as he is caught with a number of right hands and dropped with a messy flying forearm. Orton now enters the ring where he eats a big DDT, and even the animal isn't safe as he's tossed with relative ease back into the ring via the top rope. Rock tosses Orton over the top to the floor but runs right into a big spinebuster from Batista. Flair begs the animal. He has something in mind, so he stops him and goes, whoa, 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 my turn. Standing at his shoulders, the Nature Boy mocks the People's Champion as he mimics throwing an elbow pad into the crowd as he struts to the ropes and leaps over the Rock, but he takes far too long, and after a number of right hands followed by a mocking strut in return, Flair is dropped like a bad habit. Did you enjoy that spot? Them mocking each other? That
little bit I did enjoy. I especially do enjoy a kip up from The Rock.
Yes. Okay, fine.
Looks very good.
It does. DDT for Batista, and Flair runs into a spinebuster from the People's Champion. The People's Elbow connects, and this one should be all over, but somehow, someway, the Nature Boy kicks out.
Does the People's Elbow ever connect?
Well, it wins in matches, so let's not pick at that
it's
scab.
So silly because I know it's just like a gimmick and a a specific move. But the more I see it, the more I'm just like, it's like miles away.
Wily thumb to the eye finds its mark, and now the tag is made to the Intercontinental Champion, who looks to connect with an RKO, only to be pushed off and driven into the canvas with a monstrous rock bottom instead. Hook of the leg, but before the count can be made, the Nature Boy pulls the Rock out of the ring by his leg, where he eats a clothesline for his troubles. Like a lunatic, Flair sprints around the ring to grab a steel chair, and it has to be prevented from going wild with it by the official. And he has to be, excuse me. Meanwhile, in the ring, the animal delivers a stiff clothesline to the Rock and follows up with a massive Batista bomb. The opportunistic Orton crawls into a cover and drapes his arm over for the 1, 2, no. After a great delay, the Great One manages to make the tag to Foley and Orton looks terrified. Foley is hitting everything that moves and levels every member of Evolution with right hands. Double arm DDT to the Intercontinental Champion, and it's time, Holly. It's Socko time. Foley is stalking his target, but just as he looks to apply the mandible claw, Orton connects with an RKO out of nowhere, and we get the 1, 2, 3. Great finish, that.
Yes.
Great finish.
Very.
Your winners of this match by pinfall, Evolution. A devastated Mick Foley cannot believe that he has lost, as he is soon back in a seated position. As a jubilant Orton celebrates in the aisleway, Foley mouths to the fans that he is sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The fans chant his name, and even The Rock joins in clapping for the hardcore legend, and he raises his hand much to the delight of those in attendance. Holly, what do you think of the match?
Weirdly for this one, I've put that I found it really hard to score it.
Okay, do tell why.
And I don't know. I think on paper, to me it's like, I hate like handicap matches.
Yeah,
I
fine.
really just don't like them.
I'm not a massive fan.
And to me in this one, it was a bit ridiculous. I
Okay.
just don't know. Like, it's just... Obviously, you've got The Rock and Foley, and they're great, and that. But then you've also got Orton and Batista, and then the addition of...
The
Flair.
dirtiest player in the game.
And I don't know. Something about it really struggled to... Not entertain me, because it's not like I scored it badly either. But something was missing
amiss
for me, and I don't know what it is. But I gave it the same score as I gave the match before. So it's still got a 3 out of 5.
We've tied up 3 stars.
Oh, okay.
This was my favourite match of the night so far, only because it was so entertaining, and I cannot stress how much I enjoyed the boom. Orton hits the RKO.
Yeah.
Foley's still kind of like dazed, so he's still going, but he's not there.
Yeah.
He gets the 3, and Foley's like, "Fuck, sorry, I've missed it."
Yeah.
Really good.
I think if I watched it again without concentrating so much on trying to work out what was going on,
Yeah.
I probably would enjoy it a bit more and be in the moment a bit more.
Okay, fair.
But again, it's more people, isn't it? I think that's the issue I've got. It's like the more people you give me, the more I sometimes tend to be like, what is going on?
Which is why I thought that would happen in the tag match for you. But yeah, no, it wasn't going to be a great match, but it did enough entertainment-wise for me that I admit I enjoyed it, and so far it was the most I've enjoyed a match in the show. As the ending celebrations continue, we now head to a recap package of the previous night's Hall of Fame ceremony, where the likes of Greg the Hammer Valentine, Don Morocco, Big John Studd, the Junkyard Dog, Harley Race, Superstar Billy Graham, and friends of the show Tito Santana and Jesse the Body Ventura are there.
Yay.
We'll get to them in a bit, don't worry. Also inducted is Bobby the Brain Heenan, who gets emotional saying that he wishes Gorilla Monsoon could be there with him to celebrate. Genuinely touching.
Yeah.
Back now in the garden, and Howard Finkel welcomes onto the stage Mean Gene Okerlund. Fortunately, Mean Gene's had time to clean himself up a little bit for this one. Mean Gene would like to take the opportunity to introduce us to the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2004. Onto the stage appears the list of names I recently rattled off, including Pete Rose, I might add. Remember him from his Kane interactions at WrestleMania? Mean Gene runs down the lineup in turn, giving each one of them a nice little introduction to have their moment on the WrestleMania stage. A particular highlight is when Heenan begins getting annoyed at a random fan in the crowd. I was also impressed with how loud the reception was for Greg Valentine.
Yes.
Which must have absolutely thrilled my co-host.
Yeah, but why is he so unhappy?
He never looks happy.
He just looks so sad.
No, he looks like my auntie.
I mean, his hair looked sensational here.
Oh, silken.
So, like,
silken.
straightened to within an inch of its life.
I wonder if Hogan had the opportunity, would he swap his head with, hair with Greg Valentine's?
Come on now.
You think?
I think I would at that point, as in...
Wow.
Like, it looks so shiny.
Fucking hell, talk of a challenging wank. Somebody merged you and Greg Valentine there, and I don't know how I feel about it.
But yeah, he just... I knew who he was. And luckily for me, obviously, I knew who these people were now. Yeah, I don't want to see him bloody elbow drop or
fine.
anything. I know who these people are because of what we've watched, so it made more sense now being like, I know these people.
Put it into
This is
context for you.
great.
You knew, apart from the ones that were there obviously representing their family members, but you literally knew everyone on the stage was, because you've seen Big John Studd, you've seen the Junkyard Dog, and they were the only ones that were represented by family members.
Yeah.
But this is the most important bit, by far. Holly, please give me your thoughts on the muted look of your boy Jesse.
I've actually written I'm disappointed with the outfit choice.
Full dark beard.
It's weird to see
Black
him
suit.
at this age, because I've only seen him
Super old
or pretty youngish and in shape.
Yep.
And here I was like, oh, this is the middle ground. He looked quite smart, I'll be honest, and I do also think if he'd have turned up wearing something ridiculous, I'd have been like, this is not the time or the place. But I also was a little put a feather boa on.
He'd also run for office at this point.
Which makes sense with some of the stuff he said. Yeah.
Yeah, in for the governor of Minnesota. So that's what he the position he filled for a while.
I see.
And yeah, obviously this is after that period. Did you know that there's a match he actually referees in? Well, you'll forget about it, so I can tell you. In SummerSlam '99, he's the official for a WWF title match when he was actually in office and got a lot of heat for it.
Really?
And he even made a comment during the show, basically saying, "What else am I going to do on a Sunday or whatever it is?"
Fair
the
enough.
office, the White House is closed. What else am I going to do on a Sunday? Which is good. We get a quick cut to where we now head to the ring, where Tony Chimmel informs us that this will be and I am going to prepare myself for this, the first ever Playboy evening gown match. I must say, this had my attention.
Yeah, shocking.
On one side, we have Sable and Tori Wilson versus Miss Jackie and Stacy Keibler. Thoughts?
Thoughts are, my God, what am I about to watch?
Yep.
Then it goes to, my God, I'm depressed. Look at these women. And it just kind of circles back between what is this and wow. Back to what is this and wow.
Yeah. Kind of my thoughts, to be honest, in a nutshell. It's difficult. It's one of those ones where I'm like, I don't know what the safe notes are for me to take in this. So you'll have to bear with me because I gave it a good old college try.
I bet you did.
Em was at home the whole time, so I wasn't in the room.
In another room. So
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, she doesn't want to see me annotating and noting on wrestling matches, to be quite honest with you. It's been a while, Holly, but here we have the Raw, and that signals the entrance of competitor number 1, Sable.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Big fan.
Okay.
I think she looks great.
Yep.
And I actually really like her entrance music as well. I think it's great. Brilliant. Also, of all these people, I know it's her that's getting her kit off first.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
I mean, if I had that figure, so would I. But I don't.
What I did find to be quite pleasing was hearing Michael Cole and Taz try and describe the outfits being worn by the women. Holly, they're stealing your gimmick here.
They are. They do a very good job, though.
I bet they do, yeah. It's not the only job they do. As we see their opponents make their way down to the ring, we are informed that the whole basis of this storyline is that Stacy Keibler and Miss Jackie are jealous that they were not the ones to appear in Playboy.
We've been here before, I'm sure, with this storyline.
They did Playboy last year because Jonathan Coachman got rolled over.
Yeah. Funny that.
There's a lovely... There's a moment here in the rollover.
Do you wish you could be the ref there?
We'll talk about it when we get there. This match also happens to be Raw versus SmackDown. In order to decide who was going to call this match, apparently there was a coin flip which SmackDown won, thus freeing up Jerry Lawler to wank himself blind in peace 6 feet away.
Well, yes. But also, do you know who surprised me the whole entirety
Michael
of this match?
Cole?
Yeah, he's like a dog on heat.
Dirty little prick.
Honestly, I was actually listening to the commentary and I was like, oh.
Yep.
Wow, okay. Red-blooded man right there.
In order to make the king feel better, Taz gets his line in there and screams, "Puppies!" as loud as he can. You stay classy, San Diego. Oh good, Sable has grabbed the microphone. You know that thing she uses really well every time she touches it?
The dogs can hear it though, 3 counties over.
Yep. We know this is supposed to be an evening gown match, but quite frankly, she is feeling a little bit uncomfortable and a little restricted. She confirms that Tori and her would like to start this match with their gowns off. Holly, if you could listen closely, you can hear approximately 8,000 men in the audience jizz violently in their pants. Being the considerate individual she is, Sable asks if the fans are okay with it, and I think it is a safe yes.
Yeah, I think.
Sable asks Jack Doan to give her a hand by unzipping the dress, and now we can see that Sable is more comfortable. Now it's Miss Keebler's turn, then Tori. An excited Taz blurts out on commentary that he's going to take his clothes off, and we hear Michael Cole frantically try and stop him before saying, "Ow, you stabbed me with your pencil." "Oh, that wasn't my pencil," if you know what I mean.
That's not a compliment, so I don't understand what he's...
Cool needle dick, thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Not going to lie, Holly, though. I laughed.
Yeah,
I laughed.
I mean, it's toilet humour, though, isn't it?
It is. It
Oh,
is.
it's funny.
Now it's the turn of Miss Jackie, who takes her shoes off but refuses to undress, and this is enough to make her the clear heel in the match. What a prude, eh?
Shocking.
Even Stacey is unhappy with this and does absolutely nothing to prevent the opponents from flipping her acting partner back into the ring over the top rope. Always willing to offer a helping hand, Sable and Tori strip Miss Jackie, and now the match can begin. Thank God for that.
What upsets me the most here, and this is really ridiculous...
The arm feathers.
The arm feathers stay on.
Yep.
But also, why are Tori and Miss Jackie, whatever, wearing identical pants and tops? Yes, I noticed this. Honestly, identical.
Okay.
The same pattern detail, everything. And it just I don't
So
know
they
why
should have been
it
tag team partners.
irked me so much. I'm like, everyone should be, if you're doing a match where you're all in your pants, they should all be different.
Which for a lot of wrestlers is always.
Where's the different colours? We've got two people in white here. Where's the red? Where's blue?
Where's Wally?
Where's everything else?
I'll tell you where blue was. Blue was the balls of the men that were in the crowd.
True. I don't know why. I was like, if you can do it properly.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was lost in a different source to you in this one, to be quite honest. Jackie starts with a couple of stiff shoves to the chest of Sable, but soon finds herself backed into the corner where she eats kicks and knees to the midsection. A violent snapmare takedown connects, and after a kick to the spine, Tori has climbed to the top rope, and after she tags in, she connects with a crossbody and gets a near fall.
She likes to stay up there for a while, though, just so the cameraman gets a really good shot right up her arse crack.
I didn't notice that,
Again,
to be
if
honest.
I look like that, fine, but...
I didn't notice that, to be fair.
Not at all? Cool,
No.
okay.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Nope. Jackie looks like a bird in distress, and I mean that literally, as her feathered arm accessories are all over the place. In comes Stacey, and out goes Stacey as she treats the fans to an extended view of her backside. Attempted whip sees the leggy one cartwheel free, but she can't avoid a kick to the midsection. Into the buckle she goes, but she manages to wrap her legs around a charging Tori's face.
You okay?
Yep.
Do you need a minute?
No. Now it's Tori's turn to be in the corner, where she is choked by the foot of Keebler. Stacey ducks too early off a whip and is countered with a sunset flip, but the two women go back and forth, countering each other's pin attempts, as Michael Cole says how lucky the cameramen are for this match. Surprisingly, a nice side leg lariat by Keebler and a count of 2. Tag made to Miss Jackie, but she runs directly into a... Into what?
Go on, what's it say?
Into a spirit.
Spear.
Oh, fucking hell. Into a spear, and the two women begin having a catfight before accidentally tripping the referee and rolling over him, much like what happened to Coach at WrestleMania 19. I note that they specifically lost momentum when they reached Jack Doan's midsection, and I wonder what it could have been blocking their progress. Because I was like, who is it? Tori. That would have been my choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Tori. She seemed kind of... There was something innocent, weirdly, about her, even though she posed in Playboy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can understand.
But yeah, and they paused there, and I just thought, like, as the referee in that situation, like...
Imagine, you'd have to be strapped down, surely.
You would...
like, just in case.
Inside. Like, you go, sorry, I'm literally...
It's a tuck up.
And then at that point, like, no, I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
like he's accidentally, oh, sorry, I'm inside you. Like, there's the momentum. Surprise. And then it becomes a bit of a different pay-per-view animal. Because once you kind of start, it's like, oh, how do I stop this? Like, the momentum is kind of, yeah, whoops, sorry, hope I'm not married. Like, that kind of thing. I assume Mrs. Doan wasn't watching this event. She goes, oh, Jack, do you know what? I don't normally watch wrestling, but... You've been talking to me, really saying that I've got to start watching you and show support. So do you know what? I'm going to watch WrestleMania 20. In fact, I'll go there in person. He's like, don't. Just
Yeah.
don't go. Don't watch. Don't do anything, okay?
Nope.
But yes, because I don't remember that specifically, and I was just like, oh my God, that's a problem. That is a problem. Now it is, no, we go back and forth, man, the match, up in the thing, we go there, catfight, before, there we go. I know that they specifically know we've done that. When they return to their feet, they both confront the official, who says he is only trying to separate them with something. Jackie capitalises on the distraction by landing a slap and looking for an O'Connor roll, but Tori rolls through and secures her own pin for the 1, 2, 3. Your winners of this Playboy Evening Gown match, Sable and Tori Wilson, who had appeared in Playboy earlier that year. After the bell sounds, Tori gives a cheeky flash of Jackie's backside for the fans before releasing her. A creepy Michael Cole encourages the two women to come down and celebrate at the SmackDown announce table as they're all family. I don't celebrate with my family like that. I don't know what part of
It's weird, isn't it?
fucking cousin fuck USA you're from, Michael, but that is not what we do, okay? Holly, thoughts on the match?
Yeah, fine. It served a purpose, which was to get all the men in attendance very excited.
And don't rule out the
1 out of
lesbians.
5.
0.75.
Okay.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No,
it was short.
Fine.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah, no, I thought Tori put on a fantastic job. I think there were some other women there.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you remember?
Yeah, Miss Jackie was there, I think. Someone
Yeah.
with legs and one that was older than the rest.
With legs.
Yeah, I think that was the gist of it.
She's got legs.
Yeah, for days, apparently.
Knows how to use them.
Around the face of Tori by
Fine,
what we saw in the match. As the two women leave after sharing a peck on the cheek. Nice. Which causes the commentary team to lose their mind, we now head to footage of WWE fans from around the world who have travelled to see this event.
Why are they all English?
The first gentleman we see is from the United Kingdom, and he is donning a hairstyle that was commonplace in early noughties boy bands or current-day sex offenders. I'll let you decide which of the two is more accurate on this occasion. The next two hermits we see are also from the UK, with the third gentleman saying he can't really explain how excited he is to be here, so in hindsight that's probably not the bell end to put in front of the camera. Hang on, the next two gents are from Ireland, but we are straight back to the UK thereafter. An older distinguished gentleman, who clearly does not want to be here, says that they have been to Disneyland but WrestleMania is so much better. In fact, he says his skin is tingling, and I think that's just because of the lice that are springboarding between the unwashed masses in attendance. After they finish the segment, we head into the locker room where we see the WWE Champion Eddie Guerrero standing beside a pacing Chris Benoit. Eddie says that he's been like a brother to him, talking to him like his family, and he just wants him to know that whatever happens tonight, he's proud of him. Win or lose, he's always going to be proud of him. Benoit pauses and interrupts, saying that there is no lose, so he tells Guerrero not to talk to him like that. Getting a bit angry, Chris. Eddie looks amused as he nearly stumbles across saying the names of HBK and Triple H, the two men that Benoit will be facing in the main event. Eddie says that nobody really expects Benoit to win. Nobody really believes in him. With that, Benoit snaps, which in hindsight is an unfortunate thing to say, as he repeats what Eddie said to him a moment ago. Now he's screaming in Guerrero's face that he believes in him, even grabbing Eddie's face, forcing him to look him in the eyes as he repeats himself once again. That's all that damn well matters. He's known Eddie for 12 years, and he's never turned his back on him. All the while they're talking, they are literally nose to nose. Tonight is the night, because he believes in himself. He's proud of Eddie, having won his title, but tonight he goes out there to win his. Eddie begins laughing, as this was just a test to light a fire under his friend's arse. This is the Chris Benoit that Eddie believes in. That fire in his eyes. The rabid Wolverine that he took on every night in Japan. That is the animal that is going to tear apart his opposition tonight. I must say, for a man who's notoriously not good at promos, this was a very believable one by Chris Benoit. Very believable, but made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Just the way he snapped in it, and I'm thinking, oh dear. I feel like you've got a preview into something that you shouldn't see.
It's like an in hindsight, isn't it?
It is. It's an in hindsight one, but it's a very good promo.
Yeah.
He outperforms Eddie in it, which is saying something, to be quite honest. So from there, we're going straight into a Cruiserweight Open. We're talking about a change of pace.
A little bit, yeah.
So we've gone from puppies to people that jump around like puppies, I guess.
Yes.
When you heard it was going to be a Cruiserweight Open, before the rules were explained, what did you think was going to, like, what the layout or format, what did you think it was going to be structured like?
I thought it would kind of be maybe like a bit like a Rumble.
Okay.
So like they come out, but it's one after the other, and then they're all in the ring at the same time.
Yep.
Then obviously it displayed the rules, and I was like, lovely, let me have a little read. So
was that an improvement to what you thought it was going to be, or were you like a bit disappointed?
I actually think I would have preferred my option.
Okay.
Because to me, when
but
you do
note-taking.
note taking, this was easier.
Right.
But
Agreed.
from a
interest perspective,
but also it makes sense perspective. Like, I always feel like it's a bit harsh when it's winner stays on, because it's like this person's got to keep going and going and going.
Yep.
And I know that's the point, but do you know what I mean? It's
I get it.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Like,
I get it. So I always love Cruiserweight matches, and it was at this point where SmackDown were kind of really hyping up the fact that they had the Cruiserweights were exclusive to SmackDown, and it was something that drew the attention. So they had like some of the better wrestlers on the SmackDown roster. You had the likes of Eddie Guerrero, you had Kurt Angle, you had Brock Lesnar, you had Edge. Like, it was these kind of people that you were like, oh, okay, like I'm interested in watching this. At one point before he went to Raw, Chris Benoit was a SmackDown guy as well. So Raw had the kind of quote unquote big names of like your Triple H and your kind of big beefy fucking guys.
Whereas the other guys had more technical.
It was the work rate.
Right.
And so SmackDown kind of always had that kind of theme with the Cruiserweights as well. So I remember looking forward to this match, and I was really looking forward to seeing someone who was really unremarkable in this match, I must say, and in WWE in general. Yet they're actually a very influential wrestler in the wider spectrum of things. Okay. So we'll get there. Right. Tony Chimmel runs down the rules of the Cruiserweight Open that will determine the WWE Cruiserweight Champion. Holly's pleased.
Yes.
There'll be 10 people involved in this match, 9, but only 2 in the ring at one time. The order of entry has already been drawn, with the only caveat being the champion gets to enter last. So champion's advantage. I'm fine with that, because otherwise that is super unfair if he drew 1 or 2.
Yeah.
With that being said, making his way down to the ring, first is the current Cruiserweight champion, Chavo Guerrero, alongside his dad, Chavo Classic. Next, making his way down to the ring, is a member of the full-blooded Italians, Nunzio. Next out, in jorts, is Jamie Noble.
It's been a while since we've seen this guy.
It is. Now an underappreciated talent who we have both very much enjoyed every time we've seen him during these recordings, Tajiri, who's making his way alongside Akio, who will also be competing.
Right, okay. Doesn't though, really?
Yeah, he doesn't compete, and I'll tell you why, because it happens in the match, and they kind of explain it on commentary.
Okay.
SmackDown's #1 announcer, Funaki, is out next, indeed. Shannon Moore.
God, not this guy.
Now makes his way down to the ring. Why?
It just annoyed me. It's from the Matt Hardy thing.
Okay.
It just annoys me.
Version 1 now. I will tell you what, Holly, they did a very good job of hiding the next participant's mishap, as the cameras take us to the entryway after Ultimo Dragon slipped as he initially makes his appearance.
Did he?
He comes out and slips over his cape, but they just show it when he's kind of running down the ring afterwards, but he completely stacks it.
Oh.
And this was the guy that I was really interested to see, because he did work in WCW in the Cruiserweight division as well, but he's a guy who's legendary in Japan, in Mexico, well-travelled veteran, and the Asai moonsault is so the off the middle rope springboard moonsault. That's him, because his surname is Asai. I can't remember his first name. I'm not going to guess because it's going to be wrong. But that move is named after him.
That's because obviously when he comes out, I have no clue.
Fucking looks cool, doesn't he?
Yes, and even when the match like starts, or when he's in it at the start, I was like, yeah, all right.
Yep. And he was always excited. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, McConaughey. So I was really excited to see him. Mr. Torrie Wilson is out next. Billy Kidman heads his way to the ring. Last but not least, completing the lineup is Rey Mysterio, who is wearing fantastic Flash outfit that surely also has to be considered an outfit of the night contender to be discussed later. Technically the next episode.
Much later.
So it looks like starting this match off are Ultimo Dragon and Shannon Moore. The bell sounds and we are underway. Whose corner were you in on this one? This is a tough one, but I think it will be Rey Mysterio.
It was mostly Rey Mysterio because I know him, but also
so The Rock.
I tell you what, the Dragon actually was. I was like, I'm quite here for this.
Yeah, okay. So we're underway. Duck under and go behind by Dragon, but Shannon quickly counters the position. Escape and top wrist lock by the masked man, but again more quickly counters. Forward roll and head flip escape by Dragon, who now transitions to a hammerlock. Shannon switches position and clamps on a side headlock. Push off and shoulder tackle by Shannon, who looks for a quick cover but is not enough for one. Sweep of the legs by Dragon, but he doesn't get enough for a 1 count either. During the kick out, Charles Robinson eats an unfortunate boot to the face. Wild swing is ducked and Dragon secures a backslide pin attempt that gets a count of 1. I've missed people here because Spike Dudley was in this match and I haven't mentioned him at all.
Was he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
I haven't listed him.
Yeah, I haven't listed him, but he's in the... Did we? No, we saw him come down to the ring as well.
No.
Yeah, he's in the ring. He's in the match, sorry. Boot to the midsection by Shannon, and he drives an elbow to the back of the neck before delivering a very nice back suplex that gets 2. Sternum first into the buckles goes Dragon off a whip, but he lands on his feet on the back suplex attempt, but does eat an elbow to the face. Shannon heads to the top rope, but misses, I should say, with his corkscrew standing senton. Spinning back kick to the gut lands, and now Dragon signals, but this one is over as he sets up and delivers the Shiranui. Hook of the leg for the 1, 2, 3. Dragon moves on to the second match. Holly's initially happy.
Yay.
As Dragon raises his arms in victory, Jamie Noble, old Jorts is at it again, slides into the ring and blindsides him with a forearm to the back of the head. Short arm clothesline connects and he gets a count of 1. Whip to the ropes, but Dragon manages to corkscrew in the air off a backdrop attempt and partially land on his feet, where he begins to lay in kicks to the legs and a jumping back kick to the chest, another near fall. Face first into the buckles goes Noble, and a backbreaker puts him down on the canvas. Dragon climbs to the top rope and lands on his feet from a moonsault attempt, and then lands a spinning back kick to the gut once again. There we go. He sets up for a second Shiranui, but Noble counters it with a lovely neckbreaker before locking in a guillotine choke with body scissors applied. With nowhere to go, Dragon signals his submission by tapping the back, meaning Noble advances to match number 3.
Yeah.
Bit of a damp squib, wasn't it?
Very.
Yeah, I wasn't pleased with that. Because I think you've got like Funaki, Spike Dudley. Beat them quickly.
Yeah, true.
Like, have Ultimo Dragon go through at least 2 or 3 people before he goes out. That's my opinion anyway. Yeah. No time for any resting, as from the top rope, Funaki sails into the ring and connects with a crossbody, but Noble rolls through and holds on for the tight pin and gets the 1, 2, 3. A short day at the office for SmackDown's number 1 announcer. I'll tell you what, you should go down and celebrate with Michael Cole and Taz as well, because they're family.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Noble advances to match number 4. Nunzio runs into the ring, but is quickly backing off as he didn't get the opportunity to capitalise, with Noble having spun around in time to face him. Nunzio hands up the Italian.
He does a lot of, I don't know if this is what you're implying, the Italian
Maybe.
hand signals, because he does the...
Hams up,
like
I
the
think
pinch,
I put.
the pinched, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the hams up, like he kind of, rather than hands up the Italian, which, although it is ironically mostly with his hands. So yes, he hams up the Italian, which is great, but as he offers a hand, Noble kicks him to the midsection and sends out a big juicy chop from the Redneck Butcher's counter. Forearm against the ropes, but Nunzio reverses the whip and sweeps the leg only to find himself kicked away. Nunzio charges back in but misses a clothesline and the two men briefly struggle to secure a backslide pin. Another swing by Nunzio is avoided and Noble looks to secure a full Nelson that sees Nunzio drop to his arse and secure a victory roll pin that gets a count of 2. Knee to the midsection by the FBI member, but he is whipped into the buckles, however does deliver an elbow to the face on the following charge. From the second rope, Nunzio connects with a beautiful shotgun drop kick to the face. He hooks the leg, but before he can get the 3, Noble has placed his left foot over the bottom rope. Nunzio drags him away and makes the cover attempt again, but it's still not enough. Easy for me to say. Noble slips out the back of a body slam attempt, but the standing switch sees Nunzio get the leverage only to be run towards the ropes, and as Noble... What? I was falling apart in this match, apparently.
Yeah.
And as Noble sidesteps, Nunzio sails between the top and middle ropes, splatting on the black mats with force. Noble heads to the top rope and leaps towards Nunzio with a dangerous senton that finds its home. The referee begins his count as both men crawl back towards the ring, take it in turns to pull each other off the apron. Noble tugs the leg hard, causing Nunzio to land face first on the canvas, not canvas, the mats to be fair, which leads to him being counted out. Once again, Jamie Noble advances. Yeah?
Yeah. This next bit had me
Oh, yeah.
very uncomfortable.
Kidman runs into the ring and begins pounding away on Noble, but his whip is reversed. Kidman holds onto the top rope and elevates Noble up and over onto the apron, where a waiting Nunzio grabs him by the leg, causing him to hit hard face first on the apron. As Nunzio begins jaw-jacking, Kidman connects with a baseball drop kick to the back, causing the two men to crack heads on the floor. In one of the more reckless moves you'll see on this show, Kidman climbs to the top rope and just about rotates enough on a shooting star press, wiping both men and himself out.
It's awful. Like, when they show it again, I was like, how? And I genuinely have written, I don't actually know how he stands up after that.
Yep.
Because it looks like his neck crunches in half.
Yep. There's he works in WCW, was a cruiserweight champion there. Even had a program with Hulk Hogan at one point, believe it or not. And he went to hit a shooting star press there, and he didn't get any forward momentum, so he literally backflips and lands like a pile of shit on the top turnbuckle. It's funny. It's funny. It's embarrassing, but it's funny. And to be fair, I couldn't fucking do it.
I mean, I couldn't, but this to me looked like an injury. Like,
yes.
I just thought we'd seen him break his neck.
Yep. Holy shit. Holy shit. Periodically.
That looks shit, but
that looks shit. Harsh but fair. Periodically during the down moments of this match, the cameras take us to Chavo Jr. and Sr. deep in conversation over strategy. No count out this time as Kidman rolls Noble back into the ring and hooks the leg, but it's only enough for a 2 count. Whip is countered, but Kidman scores with a kick to the midsection. A powerbomb attempt sees Noble land on his feet before jumping in position to lock in the guillotine choke. Before Kidman can get dragged to the floor, he runs the redneck back first into the buckles and tosses him overhead on a back body drop. Step up enziguri lands, and Noble looks to be out as he is dragged towards the corner. He was only playing possum though, and is quickly up on his feet to cut Kidman off on the top rope. Noble climbs up there to join him, but eats a series of rights to the midsection, and Kidman uses the position to land a super BK bomb, and that looks brutal. Hook of the leg, and we get the 1, 2, 3. Billy Kidman advances, but a great showing from Jamie Noble. Now it's Rey Mysterio's turn, as from the apron he springs into the ring with a seated senton. Mysterio hits the ropes, but is flipped head over heels on a brilliant drop kick on his return. Cover gets a close 2 count. Off a whip, Mysterio slides between the legs on his back and boots Kidman away as he closes in. Pop-up drop kick finds its mark, and now Kidman is on the outside. Chavo jumps up onto the apron to distract Charles Robinson as the other side of the ring, Akio guillotines Mysterio over the top rope. Kidman rolls back into the ring and delivers a nice spine buster that gets a 1, 2, no. Mysterio kicks out. Just because I mentioned him, Akio, have you ever heard of Jimmy Wang Yang? Holy fuck, you're in for a treat at some point. In the corner, Kidman elevates Mysterio onto the top turnbuckle and looks for a gut-wrench suplex. Mysterio fights it and delivers a code red from the top that gets him the 1, 2, 3. Rey Mysterio advances. Now here is a matchup that intrigues me. Tajiri and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Tajiri strikes a fighting pose before unloading with stiff kicks to the legs. Whip to the rope sees Mysterio springboard backflip off the middle rung and land on his feet, only to run right into a WrestleMania-sized tarantula. Tajiri breaks the hold, but his whip is reversed. However, he handsprings off the ropes, looking to connect with a back elbow, only to be drop-kicked in the spine. Nice.
I mean, it is, yeah. It's one of those moves that makes me go, ooh.
He didn't get the whiplash, though. It hit him in the comfortable part of the back, I'd say.
Yeah.
A second drop kick to the back positions the buzzsaw over the middle rope, where he eats a 619 directly to the face. Springboard seated senton is ducked, and Tajiri lands a kick to the midsection that backs Mysterio against the ropes, where Akio holds him in place. Tajiri looks to deliver the green mist, but Mysterio ducks, leaving Akio blinded. Wheelbarrow roll-up pin by Rey, and we get the 1, 2, 3. Rey Mysterio advances.
Yeah.
On commentary, Cole and Taz inform us that it is only Chavo Guerrero left. Where the fuck was Spike Dudley?
I don't think he's there at all. He doesn't come down to the ring.
Why do I remember him coming out in a fucking shirt?
I've no idea, because he's not there.
Have I made this up?
Yes.
Who are the 10 people? Shannon Moore,
Right.
Ultimo Dragon,
Hang on, I've got them in order because I knew I would. Right, so...
Shannon Moore, Ultimo Dragon, Jamie Noble, Funaki.
Yeah.
Oh no, Nunzio.
Mm.
Rey Mysterio, Tajiri, Akio,
Yeah.
Chavo Guerrero. That's 9.
Kidman?
Kidman, 10. Where the fuck have I imagined Spike Dudley?
I don't know. He's not there.
He isn't there, is he?
No.
Sorry, Spike Dudley. I tried to put you on the WrestleMania 20
Yeah,
card.
I don't know.
I've seen something where he was... What the fuck am I thinking of?
Does he come out later for something else?
No.
I don't know what you're thinking of then.
Unless I had a weird dream, but I remember Spike Dudley coming to the
Maybe.
ring because I remember thinking, fuck me, he had a job round here.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah.
No.
No.
I was so confused.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of another show I watched.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Shut up, Scott, you fucking moron. That's a new one. I've never added someone to a match who wasn't in
I
it.
was so sure that he wasn't there, and then in my head I was like, maybe I'm wrong because
Yeah.
I know I miss a lot of stuff.
So there we go. That's what we said. So Akio's out because the Green Mist has blinded
Okay,
him. He's
makes
unable
sense.
to compete.
Okay.
As Mysterio awaits Chavo entering the battle, Tajiri levels him from behind with a stiff kick to the back of the head. Now is the opportune moment for Chavo to slide into the ring and hook the leg for the 1, 2, no, Mysterio is up. A clubbing blow drops Mysterio and he finds himself whipped into the buckles, but he wisely drops down and grabs the leg as Chavo charges in, causing him to land face first on the middle turnbuckle. I like that.
Yeah.
From the apron, Mysterio springs to the top rope and delivers a beautiful Hurricane Rana. Chavo Classic now jumps up onto the apron and finds himself drop-kicked in the shin, causing him to land face first on the ring apron, taking him out of the equation. He sells it well.
It does.
Ray wants to capitalise and hits the ropes, looking to dive between the opposite side, but he is prevented from doing so by the official. Charles Robinson moves to the ropes and begins lecturing Chavo Classic between them, who is slightly out of position as Mysterio sails over the top rope, but is brilliantly caught on the senton by the old man.
Yeah.
He catches him when he's like a foot away from smacking the floor and stops him from doing it. He must have pulled something doing that.
You would assume.
Because the strain from going, you're not hitting your head. And it was a little bit, Mysterio can't quite see where he is, and Chavo's not quite in position.
Yeah.
But brilliant save.
It's also a great camera angle that they give it.
100%.
There, you can't even see Ray behind
Yep.
until he's up and over, which is
And
very
that's probably
clever.
why Chavo didn't know where he was. But brilliant save from Chavo to the point where it's such a delicate landing for Ray, and yet it looks brilliant at the same time.
Yeah, I liked it.
So he's done that. He goes through, caught the camera. That went from worrying to fantastic in a very short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
From the apron, Mysterio lands a shoulder to the midsection and he propels himself over the top rope looking for a sunset flip, only for Chavo to drop down and secure the leg whilst also grabbing onto the hand of his father from the outside, and he holds on for the 1, 2, 3. The winner of this match and still Cruiserweight champion, Chavo Guerrero. Rey Mysterio, 2 WrestleManias, 2 Cruiserweight title losses.
Yeah.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
An irate-looking Rey Mysterio is positioned on his knees, where he undoes the Velcro on his mask and appeals with his arms wide open. To quote Creed. The Guerrero family celebrate up the aisleway with their arms raised as Chavo is handed his title belt. Holly, what do you think of the match?
Yeah, I thought it was decent. Again, it wasn't... I watched it and I didn't go, oh, that was awful. I liked that it was quick-paced. I will admit that I did Google how long this match was from start to finish.
Okay.
Purely because I was watching it and I
Can
was
I
looking
guess?
at the time. Yeah.
7 minutes.
11.
Really? Okay, fine.
But purely because I was looking at the time being like, I'm going to get this done. How long have I got? So I think because I also knew it was 11 minutes, I was like, oh, that's not that bad, which I think helped.
Yep.
2.5 out of 5.
3 stars.
Okay.
I enjoyed some of the stuff in there. Kidman, scary.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio being caught by Chavo, great. The BK bomb by Kidman, great. Jamie Noble having a little run, great. Dragon showed a little bit but didn't get to really go for it. I would like to see a bit more Tajiri. Funaki getting bounced out quick, fine. Nunzio going out like that, fine. 3 stars.
Yeah.
Would have liked to have seen Mysterio walk away with the title, but
Of course.
here we are. Great outfits though.
Yes.
Great outfits.
Very.
That pretty much brings us to about the midway point of this show, to be fair. So, like I said, we're for the bigger shows, and it's not just WrestleManias, anything where we think the recording's potentially going to go like 3+ hours, we're going to split that into 2 shows, just because it makes it easier. You guys aren't losing out on content, and we're not ripping our hair out trying to get through the show, because that would ultimately cost the enjoyment factor as well, which I don't ever want to really do. So I think it's the best for all involved. But at this midway point, I'll just ask you this question before we head off. how are you finding the show? Because I did build it up a little bit.
You did.
We haven't got to the second half, and there's something in the second half that's shit.
Okay.
But
so far, fine. So far, yeah, I think at this point, I'd watched, I don't even know how long it is, 2 hours or something?
Yep. 2... Yeah, I think this finishes around about the 2 hour, 12-15 mark.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad. And I did actually get to this part and keep going for a little bit.
As did I.
So I obviously wasn't struggling that hard, because if I was, I'd have gone, I'm done.
Hard stop.
Until...
Yep.
So yeah, not too bad. And it's not hitting my usual trend.
No, it's
I'm quite happy keeping everything at a bit of a pace.
It's going up by stairs.
Kind of, and then it's dropped back down a little bit on this last one for me, but not massively.
We'll have to bear that in mind when we go into part 2 to see if it does ultimately continue in a Holly W. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed part 1, and be sure to tune back in for part 2. We're not going to do the mid-show who outfit of the night. That will be saved, of course, for part 2. The key part of it is being at the end of the show overall. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this so far, and we'll tune in next week. Until then, take care.
Bye.
Until next time, this has been a Win Twice Wrestling production. Peace out.